Hello, hello. Hello, Ado. Hello, Special Fish. Hello, Marcus. Hello, Wordy. There you are. I've been expecting you. I did start 30 minutes late, to be fair. Driving to your second job, Space Smart. Yeah, that's right. Wait, you're clocking in before you get here? Hold on. Hold the phone. Just got done with the dishes. Perfect timing. There you go. See? Hello, Gypsy. I need noise to accompany my Animal Crossing. I got you. I got you. I'll just make a bunch of noise for you right now. Is that good? Is that good enough? Alright. I think we're like near the end of this case. No, 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 I didn't do that. No, I was making feral noises. No, no. Enjoy the lurk. I think we're near the end of this case, and then depending on how, you know, longer this takes, then we'll I think we have one more case after this. We'll get at least started with that. What am I doing? I think we were just investigating this room. Yes, what is it? Did we get any new- we did get some new evidence. So the knife was used to kill turns out to be the Yatagarasu's key. It must have taken great skill to combine both aspects into one object so well. Make no mistake, I think this is the key to the whole case. So you're saying that this key is the golden key to unlocking the secrets behind this case? Gah! No lame puns in my presence. Perhaps that was just a bit too corny. Additional. Use perfume. I have no interest in that perfume or in that woman. Here we are, trying to be serious, and all she does is break out into laughter. It's borderline rude. Francesca seems to hold some ill will towards Miss Yu, although, between whipping people all the time and laughing when people are being serious, I'm not sure which one I find more annoying. Hello, Bloodia. Slumber Islands in the new update. Oh, the new update came out? Oh shit. I gotta try that out. I didn't know the new update came out already. Crap. I'll remember to do that. Nice. Five stream streak. Nice. You were thinking about something bad about me just now, weren't you? I take that back. Miss Yu is slightly less annoying due to the lack of the physical pain. Should we talk about this? It looks like some sort of exchange diary that girl shared with her father. Oh yeah, we've heard this one, okay. Yeah. Okay. So we've talked about those. Notice anything? It looks like Detective Bad is searching for something. Indeed. I'm curious as to what it could be myself. Maybe I should ask him. Was this table here all along? I suppose so. Well, clearly it's out of place. When you take the sofa into consideration, the table is much too tall. Okay, yeah, we've seen that. Question needs to be used. Alright. I'll just talk to Bad. I suppose it's impossible to enter or exit through these- oh wait. I thought I was talking to him, not the damn window. Detective Bad's just friggin' ignoring me right now. Earlier you were in lobby number 1, and now you're here in lobby number 2. You are quite the busy man, Detective Bad. Multiple returns to a crime scene brings about success. That's what we detectives say. I see. In that case, you wouldn't ask- no, you wouldn't mind if I asked about what happened again, correct? I don't have anything left to say to you, boy. Vertically challenged. Yeah, Francesca is vertically challenged. Boy, you'll see. I will draw my answer from you, one way or another. Would it kill you to help us even a tiny bit in our investigation? I gave Farade's notebook to the judge earlier. That helps enough, don't you think? Please, we are asking you for a bit more of your cooperation. I was hoping I'd be able to call villagers to a slumber island with an amiibo card, but it seems like I can't. Oh. Don't push me, kid. Time of the murder. I'd like to ask once again about what happened around here at the time of the crime. I refuse to answer. Any more investigating you do would be a waste of time. Besides, how am I supposed to answer questions about things I don't know about? Things you don't know about? But aren't you supposed to know everything? He should. Wait, is it possible? Maybe he doesn't know about the trick behind the piece of evidence. I should try showing it to him. It may prove to be the key to getting some answers from Detective Bad. Detective Bad, I'd like you to ask you about this piece of evidence. Okay. See what he says about the other ones. So exactly what kind of relationship do you have with Miss Yu? Like I told you, we're connected through the victim of the KGA incident, her younger sister. I was supposed to protect her, but I failed in my duties. Just another pathetic detective. After that, Kochin's not guilty verdict sparked our pursuit of the case. Mia's detective and she is a lawyer. In other words, they're still working together. Farade. It sounds like you lost someone close to you. He was a battle buddy. We fought through a lot together. A boy with a silver spoon in his mouth couldn't possibly understand society's dark underbelly. Although, honestly, I suppose he's right. I don't have anyone to relate to in that way. Well, it's not as though I long for someone like that, nor am I good at getting close. Oh yeah, I've heard that one before. Okay, so this. Detective Bad. Hello, Claire. Did you know of the existence of the item in this photograph? Of course I did. It's my job to know everything related to the Yatakarasu case. In that case, let me ask you something. Did you know that the knife that killed Mr. Farade and this Yatakarasu key are one and the same? What? That's impossible. It looks like he didn't know after all. This piece of evidence, which we call the Yatakarazu's key, is actually a well-known well-camouflaged knife. Mr. Farade was planning to use this Yatakarazu's key to prove that Mr. Rel was not the real Yatakarasu. Isn't that correct? I guess so. However, Mr. Farade had no idea that it was, in fact, a knife. Yeah, I have to admit, neither one of us knew that fact. And if neither of us knew, then no one in law enforcement knew either. How did we miss something as big as this? I noticed that since a little while ago, you appeared to be searching for something. I presume that this key is what you were searching for. Yeah, that's right. And why were you searching for it? Because I promised Farade. I promised that I'd protect that key with my life. But after he was killed, the key disappeared from Farade's evidence bag. Who would have thought that the key is what took Farade's life? Detective Bad. So that we may find the truth, please testify for me once more. Hello, Trike. Alright. But it doesn't matter how many times I tell you about what happened. Nothing will change. Okay. Time of the murder. Detective Bad. I ask that you please testify once more about what happened in lobby number 2 and what you experienced in lobby number 1. My answer is still the same. And this is the last time I'm going to do this. That's fine, because I only need one last time to clear everything up and find the truth behind this case. Uh-oh. Detective Bad's movements. I was in lobby number 1, talking with you. We were talking about some trivial things. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. When we heard it, you and I immediately dashed out into the hallway together. I saw Gumshoe goofing around there, and then we all ran to lobby number 2. Don't tell me Detective Bad is the one that did this. I got a bad feeling about this. Sounds like the exact same story he told us before. I think he might be guilty. Indeed. I think he might have maybe meant to kill Mr. L, but maybe it was a oopsie poopsies. I don't actually know. His last name is bad. True. Indeed. Unless it's you, but I don't think there's any, I don't know. You is also suspicious. They're both kind of suspicious. Indeed, however, I feel that we have yet to draw out all the information that we can. Hello, Gabe. Happy Thursday. I was in lobby number 1 talking with you.
Hold it!
Hold it. Boom up. Why did Miss Yu choose lobby number 1? Answer me. Who knows? She just said that she had something she wanted to talk to me about. And we walked into lobby number 1 together. That's all. So his answer remains the same as before, I see. Unfortunately, none of the evidence points to Killer Von Death Murderer. Unfortunately. Hello, hello, peoples. Hello, Roy. How was Craig today? Craig is good. How was Gabe? We were talking about some trivial things. That's suspicious.
Piss, piss, piss.
Yeah, we were talking about piss, 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 piss. You're okay? That's good. You know, being okay is good. Being wasted is not. I was hoping you could explain on what exactly you were discussing with me. Trivial stuff. It was nothing important. That's for me to decide. Okay, Edgeworth. Whoa, okay, Edgeworth. That's my opinion! That's what that felt like. That's my opinion! Alright, I suppose that's for him to decide. I heard the gunshot. It's for me to decide. Okay, alright. Edgeworth put his head down. He's like, alright, I guess it's for him to decide. You're sleepy? Can't wait for the weekend? Same, same. I feel you, Roy. I can't wait for the weekend, too. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. Until you heard the gunshot, did you notice anything else that was out of the ordinary? I didn't hear any other strange sound until that gunshot. If the gunshot Detective Bad heard was really the one from the murder, that would give the other piece of evidence that would give that other piece of evidence an entirely different meaning. If the gunshot Detective Bad heard was really the one from the murder, that would give that other piece of entirely different. Water check. I still need to add more images to that. I haven't touched any. Alcohol is for nerds. That's right. I asked that you please amend your testimony with the statement just now. Sure. Okay, this is gonna be what it is. I didn't hear any other strange sounds until that gunshot. Everyone knows apple juice is better. I like cranberry juice more. Actually. Detective Bad, you honestly don't remember hearing anything else? Yeah. Is it possible you were also involved in your conversation that you missed something? I've been a detective for a long time, and even if I were involved in something, I've got quite the habit of keeping tabs on everything that goes on around me. If there had been some other strange sound, you can be sure I would have heard it. I suppose with this detective that's probably very likely. For the gunshot. We heard it. You and I immediately dashed out to the hallway together. What's the best juice? I asked this one time a long time ago on a Mega Man stream to Dawn. I was like, what's the best juice? Dawn said orange juice. I think cranberry juice is my favorite. And why did the two of you dash out into the hallway straight away? Because we clearly heard the sound of a gunshot, and we knew it came from somewhere nearby. And how did you know that it was a gunshot? In my line of work, you hear enough of them to know. I suppose it's only natural for a detective to know what a real gunshot sounds like. But given the circumstances, the only person I could think of whose life would have been in danger was Faraday. That's why I ran out into the hallway right away and headed for where he was. Fruit punch? Orange juice is king? Got yourself a new fan? One of them fancy Billy-less ones? Ooh. Grape juice, aka wine. I see. What's your favorite juice, Roy? What's the best juice? The river is finished. You just had mango juice? I don't think I've ever had... Oh, I've had like the orange... You know like how they have orange juices that like are mixed with other juices? So I had like the mango one. Hello, too cute. We got grape juice, aka wine. Very Ace Attorney of you to say that too, Gabe. You know, they don't call it wine in Ace Attorney, they call it grape juice. We got fruit punch and orange juice and mango juice now. Mango fruit punch, that's fancy. Best juice is lemon, aka lemonade. Ooh, you know what? You kind of got a point there. Lemonade is pretty good too. I think if I could drink like a whole entire bottle, it would be cranberry juice. I love cranberry juice. You looked under your bed and Too Cute wasn't there. It got dusty. Dust your damn bed. Or under your bed. 5 stream streak. Holy moly. I saw Gumshoe goofing around there. And then we all ran to lobby number 2. Calling my bed dusty. Don't you like sleep on your couch anyway? Didn't you share this lore? Detective Gumshoe was there. Detective Gumshoe was there in the hallway? Yeah. Why didn't you attest to that earlier? When I saw Gumshoe, it was after I had heard the gunshot. Having seen him then didn't change the fact that he still could have done the deed. Ugh. It sounds exactly what Detective Bad told us before, however. Is there something in particular we should be asking the detective about? It just might be. No one knew that the knife is actually the Yatagarasu key. Reflecting on that, perhaps there are other things that we know now, but Detective Bad doesn't yet. Yes, that should be my angle of attack.
Objection!
You didn't hear the sound of a balloon pop, you idiot? Detective Bad, does this balloon fragment remind you of anything? It's the same color as the one Kay was holding. That was so private, you just said it on the stream. Wow. Oh no, I see. Too Cute told me that. Actually, so you know. Fred sleeps all over his place from what I've seen in hidden cameras. I've said. First, I think you got a stalker. Oh, so you knew about that girl's balloon? Yeah. I was sitting with her up in the gallery. During the recess, just before we split up, I filled that balloon up for her. Aw, Detective Bat's so nice. Stalker, that's me watching over it. Oh, you're like his like guardian angel, I see. Do you turn those cameras off? Oh no, he is watching every single time, every step, every breath, every single thing that you do. He is always watching. I don't think he's looked away from the screen in like the last like couple of years. Everything, that's so romantic. Yeah, very romantic. Yeah, you have alerts, like you have like motion sensors set up in like Prez's house, so like when he moves and it like notifies your phone like Prez moved, and you're like like the dog. You know, like the cameras for the dog. I'm pretty sure, or not the dog cameras, but like the Ring cameras. How it like can like detect movement or whatever. Baby monitor, yeah. During the recess, I just said dog because you know Prez is a dog. During the recess, just before we split up, I filled that balloon up for her. Well, as you may already surmise, this piece did indeed come from Kay's balloon. So, what about the balloon? I wonder if you might remember hearing this balloon pop at some point. What are you getting at? This fragment was found in the hallway, right in front of lobby number 2. Furthermore, it was the sound of this balloon popping that it was the sound of this balloon popping that the judge mistook as a gunshot. Oh, so the sound that the judge heard Was not actually a gunshot, huh? On top of that, His Honor said that he heard the balloon pop about 20 minutes before the trial was to reconvene. Yes, which means that His Honor heard the balloon pop in the hallway when you were in lobby number 1, Detective Bad. And if you were in lobby number 1 at that time, you were close enough that you should have heard the balloon popping as well. So? Don't give me a so. We just proved that there is a flaw in your testimony. The crackling of the truth is louder than the sound of your sweet naivety cracking. And since you kids don't seem to know, let me fill you in on something. Did you ever stop to think why the doors and the walls of this place seem so rugged? That's because they were designed to keep secrets from being leaked. What is that supposed to mean? The doors and walls are super thick. The window panes are double layered. To top it off, even the curtains are made of a special sound-absorbing material. Then you mean... And how the fuck did you hear the gunshot, you dumbass? You literally know I'm not a dog. Yes, you are a dog. What do you mean? Hi, Cyber. Since I was shut up inside lobby number 1, there was no way I could have heard that sound. No. I knew that's what he was going to say. Oh, you know what? Because he probably did hear the gunshot because... I don't know. I mean, the window was open in lobby 1 and the window is also opened here. So, ow. So... Guns are loud. But I think it's because the window was open. So he didn't hear the balloon pop, but he definitely heard the gun then. And that means that Scruffface's testimony is completely useless. If the rooms are soundproof, then of course he wouldn't hear any sign of a struggle. Ooh. That's also why it's only natural. Oh, my controller died. Oh, 7. Why is young Miles' shoulders way more wider than adult Miles? Leave him alone. Just kidding. He got the shoulders of a door frame. Why is he wearing a coat with 10 bullet holes in it? Because he said it to remind him the day. Like, it's just like his like battle wounds again. I don't know. He's just so cool. He's a detective bad. He's bad. I mean, this is like a yaoi game. That's why everyone built like a door. That's also why it's only natural that I didn't hear the balloon popping. Now, do you get it, kids? Miles, I thought we were supposed to be the ones finding flaws in his logic. Not the other way around. The other way around? It's not possible to hear the sound of a balloon popping in one. We're in lobby number 1. However, if we examine the situation in reverse, a person standing in the hallway should not be able to hear the real gunshot either, and yet Detective Gumshoe claims to have heard it while he was standing in the hallway. Detective Bad, if that is the case, how exactly did you hear the gunshot? What do you mean, how? I just did. It would appear that you have yet to realize the contradiction in your own words. Oh? How so? If the rooms are as soundproof as you said they were, then how did the sound of the gunshot enter your ears? I see what you mean. I guess I'm more out of it from Faraday's murder than I had thought. Because he's emo. Let men be friends with men? No. He never got over the trauma. No. All the men... Listen, you don't understand Ace Attorney if you haven't played... Literally, Ace Attorney is just yaoi. Did you not... Didn't you play the second game? Didn't you feel the absolute, like... Even in the first game, the absolute homosexual tension between Edgeworth and Phoenix? I guess I'm more out of it from Faraday's murder than I thought. Which means that which means what exactly, Miles? In the end, what does it all boil down to? It boils down to this. There must be a reason as to how Detective Bad and Gumshoe heard a gunshot they theoretically couldn't have. It looks like we need to examine the state of the crime scene again, huh? The state of the crime scene? Wait, can it be? It's that ultra strong perfume you wears. She spilled some of it. Wah! And way too noisy. The surveillance video? How could a piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go? It's simply not possible for the killer to have escaped through the barred windows, and yet the fragrance of the perfume managed to escape from the defendant lobby number 1. Of course, incorporeal things can move freely through these open barred windows. My gaydar didn't flinch? So, wait, you're saying you have a gaydar? Mario is the sun, and my world is cold and dark without him. Straight dialogue, according to Praise. To me, they're just really close bros. I don't know. Edgeworth was like, I have, like, you've made me have some unnecessary feelings. And he said that to Phoenix. Phoenix and Miles were silly hoes just arguing? No, you said silly hoes. Okay, sure. Arguing like silly hoes do. Is I smell incorporeal, apparently. Is having a gaydar gay? It does have gay in the name, exactly. Alright, very loud. Oh! Okay, fuck me. Open windows. Very loud television. Now then, what else besides smell can go both in and out of an open barred window? The answer is sound. So no matter how careful the killer was, if the windows were open, the jig would be up. And since the windows in both defendant lobby number 1 and the hallway were open, that explains how the sound of a gunshot could be heard in both locations. Missing evidence, gunshot could be heard. The missing piece of evidence is a video that shows the moment in which Mr. Rell killed the embassy staff member. The sound of the gunshot left quite an impression on me when it was played during the trial. The video should have been returned to Mr. Faraday's evidence bag for the recess and brought back here. If it disappeared after that time, then it's possible that the tape is still here in this room. Eureka! The evidence that the missing evidence created for me is the gunshot sound that no one should have been able to hear in the first place. Miles, what have you been thinking about? Stop wasting time thinking and let's start looking again. It's not a waste of time to think, for I've figured out where we should look. And where would that be? I believe we should examine the television. The TV? Well, you kids have fun. Go ahead and examine whatever you like. Okay. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I think Edgeworth is wrong on that one. Smells have corporeal form. Yeah, I don't know why he said that. The window is wide open. The scent of flowers is being blown in from the outside. I think it softened the heavy air in here somewhat. Windows in both lobby number 1 and number 2 were opened. Maybe they were trying to air out the room, just like in lobby number 1. Maybe they sought to ease some of the tension through some fresh air. With Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell in the same room, I imagine the latter to be the case. But was there really a need to open the window just for that? Earlier when Detective Gumshoe touched this, it made a most terrible racket. I mean when Scruffy turned the television on, right? Actually, come to think of it, I don't think Detective Gumshoe actually touched the television at all. Furthermore, it seemed more like when a video feed suddenly stops, at least it did for me. I wonder why that is. the video player, and there seems to be a videotape inside. It looks like it. The tape must have stopped on its own when it reached the end. This tape. Could it not be the missing surveillance tape? I suppose, but... Detective Bad, would it be alright if you... With you if I verified the contents of this video? Sure. Knock yourself out. Alright then, let's rewind this and see what we have. Hello, Niffy. Can I put all my villagers in a prison? Why would you do that? If I remember correctly, the footage of Rel killing the embassy staff member should be at about the 30-minute mark from the start of the tape. What's going on, people persons? Not much. We're solving murder. So they don't wander around? I mean, I guess. Temporary prison? Question mark? Understood. This should be about right. Now then, let's see. Ugh, this is... We just made a friggin' 13-year-old watch murder. This is the footage of Mr. Rel shooting the embassy staff member. I knew it. The missing piece of evidence, the surveillance video, was here all along. Watching Craig yeah, someone died. Forever prison. That's especially memorable. The sound. What's the meaning of this? It appears that Detective Bad has figured out the true source of the gunshot he heard. With this, I think we can figure out the trick behind this double murder. Do you mean that you figured it out then? Yes. All I have to do now is show what the gunshot Detective Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from. Ugh, fine. In that case, show me what you've deduced. Now to show what the gunshot Detective Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from. I won't rest on inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. I mean, Someone left this video on play the whole time, huh? I suppose so. Other than the killing, there's hardly a sound on the rest of the tape. Then why did the television make this loud noise when Scruffy got near it? Probably because the tape had run out and stopped its playback. Not just bad luck, the detective has the worst timing in the world too. Someone purposely left this video on play. The question is why. So what the gunshot detectives, so they heard TV. This spot somehow connected to any of the evidence it holds. Eureka! This piece of evidence will clear away the last remaining contradiction in this case. Miles, oh, never mind. I fucked up. From the window? I heard the videotape through the window. Eureka! If the door and windows to the crime scene, namely this room that we're in, were closed, the killer could have used the gun and no one would have been the wiser. That's true. This courthouse does seem to be well designed for such a thing, as it were. However, what happened in reality was Detective Gumshoe, Detective Bad, and Miss Yu, all three of them heard the gunshot. Well, the windows in lobby number 1, number 2, and the hallway were open. So naturally, the people in those locations could hear it. But then, why would the criminal open the window in the first place? To allow the gunshot to be heard, I suppose? Correct. That's the only logical conclusion we can draw from this. But why was that necessary in the first place? I want a real answer, Miles. I demand satisfaction. Very well. I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception. Oh, thank you for the 3 months in advance subscription. Holy moly, thank you. Not gonna lie, I would like to have a TV with a speaker system like that. Miles says Eureka, that's kind of an ick. Wow. He was having a Eureka moment. You hecking hate ads. I totally understand. Let's just like tell Twitch to stop and never give ads ever again. Very well. I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception. Oh, Cyber, thank you so much for the gift sub. Very well. I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of a certain fact. What was it that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of? Probably the time when the crime took place, yeah. Oh, another. Thank you, Cyber. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Belle. The killer wanted to fabricate the time of the death to their precise wishes, and they used the gunshot in the surveillance video to do so. Okay, so... time of the murder is all fucked up. Okay. So that's why the tape was left running. You mean the gunshot I heard was from this video? Yes, which means that the murders really occurred at an earlier time than we thought. It must have been during the recess, but before Detective Gumshoe was on guard duty. Oh, when Detective Bad was waiting for him. There's some gross toes in here? Where? What do you mean, what? Gory toes? Oh. The name on the follower, I see. I just get to hear stop complaining. Those cuts? Are you talking about his arm hair? Are you talking about Detective Bad's arm hair? It must have been during the recess, but before Detective Gumshoe was on guard duty. Someone who has no alibi for that time period and planned this crime out in advance. That person is the real killer. Is you? Probably you. You. Ooh. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, what is it? Miss Yu is asking for you. She's in the courtroom. She says she's identified the murderer, but that she wants to clarify something. It looks like Miss Yu is still investigating something. Understood. Please tell her that I will be right over. I'll come along. I want to hear what she has to say. It would appear that the time has come to uncover the truth. Ooh. Ooh. I think it's Miss Yu. September 10, 6:15 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Or it's like that other weird guy, but I feel like it's her. It has to be her. Okay. What are you doing here? Oh, hello, mister. I'm still investigating, but the object you were looking for has already... Okay. Oh. Thank you for the bits, Glacy. Thank you. I thought there were emo cuts. It's his arm hair. Leave him alone. Wearing a jacket with bullet holes is very emo. I understand. It was the child. No. You just want a hype train emo? Thank you for the bit, Sniffy. Level 2 hype train, woo! Okay, don't mind him. Please continue with their investigation. The child didn't do anything! Okay, you got it. Detective Bad. Haven't we already found what you were looking for? If it means I can keep her in the dark just a little longer, any little task will do. Oh, you're more sympathetic than I thought. Wait, we doing court? What's happening? It's your president gifted 20 subs. Wow, oh my god. Oh my god, thanks, Prez. Didn't do anything to stop murdering. Send the child to the chair, no! Been waiting for you, Edgeworth. I've also been waiting for the moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest. The moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest? Wasn't that when we placed Detective Gumshoe under arrest? I think we're more than solved this case already. Don't you? We'll see. It all depends on whether or not your logic holds. Oh, I see. We even have a viewer in the gallery. And why even Mr. Bad is here. Did you just realize he was here? A viewer in the gallery? I'm hardly just a bystander. I have a duty to see this case through to the end. No matter how it turns out. Oh, is that right? Anyway, I thought you might like to hear what I've slaved away to find out. taken statements on every single person's movements during the time when our suspect was in the hallway. I also confirmed that there is no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Therefore, the killer must without a doubt be Detective Gumshoe. And that's all you have? Yeah, that's all there is to my conclusion in this case. Sorry, but I beg to differ. In a trial, there is always time for a rebuttal. And we are standing in a court of law. It's gonna be more than appropriate to follow the rules of the court in this case, don't you think? Absolutely like a rookie to think such a thing. Alright, I'll play along and give you a proper testimony. If my logic is correct, then I already won. All I have to do now is to prove it by showing who the real killer is. Did you get to the part where you take Miles Edgeworth's booty V card? No. Send him to the big boy jail. Send him to the jail. Misuse argument. Everyone stands the suspect. Wait. Everyone stands? Undertale? And everyone stands the suspect has an alibi for when the gun went off. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scenes have all been thoroughly investigated, right? I also why is she laughing, dude? I also confirmed that there is no possible- She's laughing at the Sans Undertale joke I made. She knows I'm so funny. Tucks hair behind ears. She knows I'm so fucking funny. Sans is the real suspect, real sus. I also confirmed there is no possible escape route from lobby number 2, which leaves us with one unshakable conclusion that Detective Gumshoe is the killer. Do you know that giving someone a task to perform, even a simple mental task, is actually a tactic to reduce bystander panic in a crisis situation? So bad strategy to help Kay make sense. Wow, really? Look at that. She looks like me when I talk with food in my mouth. Hello, welcome in. Now that you have your testimony, I expect a good rebuttal, Edgeworth. But of course, there is no need to confront her logic head-on right now. I should instead focus on drawing out any trump cards she has up her sleeves. Everyone, Sans! The suspect.
Hold it!
The suspect? But I thought that Detective Gumshoe's alibi has already been proven. Are you joking, Edgeworth? I assure you this is no joke. Look, I know you heard from the judge earlier. That detective was in the hallway with Mr. Faraday's daughter eating a Swiss roll. Hype train ended. What did I get? Let's see. I collected all the level 1 emotes? So do I not get a new emo? No! Okay. Oh wait, here it is. Wait, no? Well, you guys got an emote. I think I have all of them now. Let's see. Apparently I do. Or, I don't know. Doesn't look like I got one. Oh, I guess I did. Wow. That detective was in the hallway with blah 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 eating a Swiss roll. Yeah, that is correct. But see, that was 20 minutes before the real gunshot went off, right? And the problem is there's no one else who could corroborate what he did since the snacking. I see she's done her research well, which means that I should focus on drawing out whatever trump card she's withholding. Furthermore, the area around the crime scene have all been thoroughly investigated, right? Whether they have been thoroughly investigated or not is for me to decide. The scrunched eyebrows and lines of your forehead are back. Anyway, if you believe it hasn't been exhaustive, this crime scene, wait, it hasn't been exhausted. The crime scene, lobby number 2, has no way out other than the hallway Detective Gumshoe was standing in. Because he claimed to be there, that makes him the only possible suspect. But isn't it also possible that someone escaped through a window and into the garden? You like my ugly laugh that I give her because I don't feel like actually doing like a you know. That's the first place everyone looks silly. The police aren't a bunch of lazy bums. They looked into every possibility, you know. Isn't that right, Mr. Bad? Yeah. There wasn't a scrap of evidence to suggest someone used one of the windows. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden. I suppose they really did check everything that could be relevant to the case. Collaborate. Yeah, collaborate. Collaborate. What if Edgeworth just talked in Uwu the whole time? Are you absolutely positive that there was no possible escape, route of escape? I can't do it. Of course I'm sure. And why are you so certain? This is a courthouse, the place where criminals are brought to be judged. If there was an escape route, I'm sure every criminal would be using it to escape. It's just common sense. Miles Edgeworth, I suggest you use a bit more of it in the future. This leads us to the unshakable conclusion. Detective Gumshoe's the killer. You may think it's unshakable, but to me there are way too many unanswered questions. For example, who was it that placed the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand? But you're the only one still wondering that. Detective Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand Mr. Faraday used to write with. Even if you know someone, it doesn't mean you'll know which hand they write with, right? I mean, I certainly don't care about that sort of thing. Huh. I'm not about to let her get a rise out of me with such a flippant statement. I suppose we've really reached the end now. I already have my trump card ready. All that remains is to play it. But before I do, I think I should acquire to a little something about our argument. You said earlier that you confirmed the alibis of every person other than the suspect. However, I don't recall either Francisca or myself speaking with you about the subject. But there were witnesses. For you, there is your mentor who gave you an alibi. I see. As for the little missy, she came to the courthouse during the recess and was stopped by a security guard at the door to the hallway. She gave him quite a whipping for that, or so I heard. I'm the daughter of Manfred von Karma, and I will not be forcibly stopped by a guard or a bailiff or anyone else. Wait, so basically the only reason Francisca bothered to show up today was because she found out that I was to be the replacement prosecutor? By the way, Miss Yu, what about everyone's alibis before Detective Gumshoe was assigned to guard duty? What about them? Have you looked into what people were doing during that span of time? What kind of idiot do you take me for? It doesn't matter when the killer went into the lobby number 2, from the time we heard the gunshot, to the time Mr. Bad and I arrived on the scene as we dashed from lobby number 1. The only person who could have committed the crime was Detective Gumshoe. Yes, let's talk about when you and Detective Bad heard that gunshot, shall we? I suppose that if we got by your logic, then Detective Gumshoe is the only one. However, what if the crime had occurred at an entirely different time than when that gunshot you heard went off? What then? That gunshot was a trap meant to manipulate our perception. Sadly, your explanation is very lacking, Edgeworth. Damn, she cut me off. Which when the crime took place? Jesus fucking guilty. The gunshot we heard in lobby number 1. Care to explain how that could have been fabricated?
Take that!
That tape. She's doing her makeup real quick. Yes, it's exactly what you think it is. This is the surveillance tape of Mr. Rel, the prosecution presented in today's trial. This was found loaded in the video player in lobby number 2. That was connected to the large television that had its volume turned all the way up. Can't honestly mean that the sound we heard was the gunshot in the video. But I do, which leads me to my next point. The murders occurred much earlier than when anyone heard the gunshot. That's the only thing I can think of too. After committing double homicide, the killer took the surveillance video out from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag, turned the television volume all the way up, and left the video to play. If played from the beginning, it would take 30 minutes for the gunshot sound to come on. And since we now know that this method of time manipulation is possible, it opens up the possibility that the killer is someone other than Detective Gumshoe. Sounds from a television doesn't amount to here, but of course Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth and little Miss Von Karma already knew that much from the very beginning, right? Of course we knew. Didn't we, Miles? Yes, of course. We know about the soundproof quality of this courthouse's rooms. Of course, I'm not about to admit we had no idea until a little while ago. That's right, and if the rooms are soundproof, then we should not have been able to hear it. And yet we heard the gunshot clear as day. And that's the end of the story. But it's not. How should I explain why she was able to hear a gunshot from the soundproof room? The window was open. There is actually one common point between lobby number 1 and lobby number 2. And it is that despite the fact that both rooms have air conditioners installed, a window was open in each. Crime manipulation? Because, basically, like, so the crime, technically, people were saying that the crime took place a few moments before court was back in session. But the videotape, the gunshot doesn't happen until 30 minutes into the video, so basically, like, I would not word that like that. Oh, I mean, it is kind of like manipulating the time of the crime, you know? It's like, you are going to assume now that the crime happened 30 minutes later than it actually did. Now we know that the window in lobby number 2 was opened by the killer. However, a window in lobby number 1 was also open.
Objection.
Wait, daylight savings. They were murdered during the Phantom Hour. Oh my god, I solved it. It's probably just coincidence that they were just because it was Christmas. Wait, just because it was like, what was it? What was the fucking thing? It was like, it wasn't Christmas yet. Like something stupid. It was probably just coincidence that they both opened at the same time.
Objection!
Time manipulation, the murderer was Bayonetta. Huh, it was no mere coincidence, I assure you. Why was the window opened in lobby number 1? The answer is that a certain person did something to cause the window to be open. And the person who triggered that action, that person is the real guilty party. The real killer is the double murder is... It's you. Miss Callisto Yu. I hereby formally indict you of the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. What? What? You indict me? Oh, she smeared her lipstick. Are you serious, Miles? Why do you think she is the killer? I don't understand her motive just yet. But of course I'm serious. Because she is the only one who could have done it. I'll miss you. Do you still feel like laughing now? Of course I do, Edgeworth. My argument must not be tight enough yet. Although I never thought things would spiral into this. But I'll have you know I'm enjoying this dance quite a bit. I guess this means it's time for my own rebuttal now, right? Indict. She said the funny word. You argue that the window was open. However, do you have proof that it was I who did that? Furthermore, do you have proof that the tape was used in committing the crime? Frankly, I'm shocked at you for going around accusing people of murder like this, especially with the logic as full of holes as yours. This is where it really starts. I mustn't let my guard down for even a second or the truth will blow away. Now is the time to put the patent von Karma perfect proof to test. Her makeup must be laid on thick, I know. You argue that the window was open, however, do you have proof that it was I who did it? Evidence? All I need to do is to have some prints analyzed and we'd know straight away. Huh. Be my guest. She sounds as though she has the room to maneuver, which means even if we were able to lift prints, they'd only show that it was someone else, but why that someone else was forced to open the window? That's simple logic. Why don't I try presenting that piece of evidence? I have nothing to lose. What's wrong? The scrunched eyebrow lines on your forehead, they're all back. More importantly, are you going to be okay not running a fingerprint analysis? Yes, I'll be fine. Oh, well, in that case, I'll just continue with my testimony, alright? She's using a lot of makeup, but we can still see her freckles, yeah. Or they're fake freckles. Furthermore, do you have proof that the tape was— I'm just gonna press her because I just want to hear everything she has to say. I thought I just proved that it was. Sure, you proved that the tape was there at the scene of the crime. However, that doesn't prove that it was actually used in said crime. Unfortunately for you, Miss Yu, the fact that the tape was there at the crime scene is in itself very important. How so? By the very existence of that tape at the crime scene, it proves the possibility that the win of the crime could have been fabricated. And that possibility alone renders all alibis and witness reports irrelevant. Freckles are fake! She's a liar! Yeah. Basically, it means that we will need to re-examine every person's movements again. Whether the tape was used in the crime or not, that we can re-evaluate afterwards. So in conclusion, you're admitting that you can't prove that it was at this point. Frankly, I'm shocked at you for going around accusing people of murder like this.
Hold it!
Even if you're shocked, that is of no concern to me. I do things my own way. Oh? I see that you're not laughing for a change. Because I'm shocked. Again, you being shocked is no concern to me. Let us continue with the testimony. Aha! Alright, but let me just say one thing. You shouldn't go around accusing people. Especially with logic as full of holes as yours. Full of holes? Well, I suppose it might be. Oh, admitting your faults now, are we? At this point in time, is what I meant to say. Should I take that to mean that you're just a sore loser? No matter how full of holes my logic may be right now, if I plug them one at a time, I will ultimately make my way to the truth. What a paradox. Take care not to fall into one of those holes before you lift it up, fill it up. Miles, you remember, don't you? About why a window in lobby number 1 was open? Yes, of course I do. And that's how I'll attack. I'll present the reason why the window had to be open.
Objection!
Your perfume fucking stanked up the room, you bitch. Oh, shit. Well, thank you for the raid. I'm sure you've seen this before, haven't you, Miss You? Aha! Edgeworth, I never knew you were into wearing that kind of perfume. Oh, stream. Thank you so much for the raid. Playing some Ace Attorney. I never knew you were wearing I never knew you were into wearing that kind of perfume. It's not exactly what I'd recommend for boys, you know. Wow. What's wrong with men wearing perfume like that? What? This isn't mine. That's right, it's mine. And I received it from Detective Bad, you see. Miss You. Unnecessary comment, Francisca. She's just like, it's mine. Like, no one asked. Miss You, can you pretend... You can pretend all you like, but we know at least this much is for sure. That you are the one who gave this bottle of perfume to Detective Bad. And that's your super easy to rile up. So, what about the perfume? While you were in lobby number 1, you made a big show of spilling some of this perfume. That's according to Detective Bad. Oh, I know. You also knew that if you spilled it, he would naturally move to open a window.
Objection.
Come now, I've already told you that all just a big coincidence. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, guys can't wear perfume? That's what she's saying. She's being mean. She's saying men can't wear perfume. I said, bitch, please. After we opened the window to lobby number 1, I just left it open, you know? Her tapping her hand with her horsewhip comes off weird, but that... Got it from Mr. Wait, what? I have no idea. Hashtag not very woke of you, yeah. Perfume, yes. Perfume is for grills. Yeah, you're right. Only for grills. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, I just left it open, you know? So maybe it was just dumb luck that we heard the gunshot through the window.
Objection!
No, Craig said men can't wear perfume. Very judgment. No, I said, she said, she can't. I said that's not very nice. Don't put words in my mouth. Yeah, the force is strong with this lawyer. Yeah, Edgeworth's finger waggle is absolutely the strongest thing in this world. Men wear colon. Yeah, they wear colon. I'm sorry, the streamer is very accepting. I wear perfume all the time. See? We stand too cute. Too cute is the woke one here. That artist is super proud. I mean, Edgeworth got some yowie hands to flaunt around. The timing of when you were going to spill the perfume is something you could control. The most important fact about this case is when people were made to hear the shot. Furthermore, it would have been pointless if you didn't have an alibi for yourself at that time. You mean, Miss you were the one who called Detective Bad into lobby number 1. When you saw him bring Detective Gumshoe into the hallway, is that correct? All of today's premeditated events could have only been thought up by you, Miss You. Grrr. Ahaha, ahaha. You accused me of murder on the fact that I spilled a little perfume. Well, allow me to say this much. I couldn't have killed Mr. Faraday. Would you care to testify as to why? Ahaha. Look, I've had a lot of fun today, really, but I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap this up absurd case once and for all. We're gonna fucking throw hands with her. Yaoi hands? He looks nothing like Lugia. Is too cute your man perfume wearing friend, which makes you feel like you can criticize them? I didn't say anything. I said he's woke. He's our woke king. Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top. But I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple of Avant Karma. Oh! Oh! And I- ooh! In any case, it simply could have not been me who killed Mr. Faraday. After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from. Fight, 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 yeah. I'm a yolk egg. When you're one friend too woke. Miles, her testimony is flawless. Yes, but no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, she won't escape me. And if I'm lacking in information, I'll just draw it out of her. BRB, okay. Too woke for LA. Why, it couldn't be me. Okay.
Hold it!
Bow, 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 bow. Enjoy the lurk. I think I already explained the significance of that earlier. You only confirmed that I did spill some perfume, but that's all. I have fucking hair in my mouth. That you would accuse me of murder based on a simple spill. Don't you dare complain when I sue you for defamation of character. I have the hiccups. Do as you like, but as for me, I believe. You believe? I believe that you are the true culprit in this case. My, you're enthusiastic. Of course I should have guessed. But I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple of Von Karma. I formally request that you desist in your attack against my mentor. Yes, or we'll sue you for defamation. All I'm doing is telling the truth. Well, maybe more like spreading gossip. Although your adamant denials are, shall we say, just adding fuel to the fire. How dare you? Well, Miles is gonna get a rude awakening at some point in his life. You got a semi-annual schedule you requested? Big year? Whoa. It's gonna be 7 days a week streams. 7 days a week. Prez is doing 10-hour streams. 7 days a week. 20. You know what? No, 24/7 streams. Been craving pickles? Pickles are pretty yummy. How dare you say such things? Calm down, little girl. Don't let her get to you. Oh, why do you have to ruin my fun? Well, shall we continue? Lots of collabs, lots of events. It's all COD with too cute. In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday. I wish. And why exactly could you have not killed him? I was just about to testify that. You're such an impatient man. I'm not really into that, you know. He's not flirting with you. Chill. Your preferences have no bearing on what it is at hand. Feeling a little uncomfortable, are we? Ugh.
Objection!
Miss Yu, you will desist in this tomfoolery and return to your testimony. And Miles, if you're going to lose your cool, then I won't show you any mercy. Ahem, sorry. Miss Yu, please continue with your testimony. Edgeworth's like, I'm not into women! Sure. As I was saying, I couldn't have possibly killed Mr. Faraday. Edgeworth's type is men. Bro, I didn't even know where the knife was.
Hold it!
At this rate, she will inevitably escape. Wait. After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from. At this rate, she will inevitably escape. I'm not into women. He's not What did you just say? What did you just say? It's so you, Edgeworth. How do you know he's not gay? Edgeworth equal wild? Oh my god. You're right. And Refi's Phoenix? Yeah. Look at his fashion, first of all. Look at his fashion on a daily basis. He wears a cravat. First of all. Wait, then who are you? You're Gumshoe. Who cute's Gumshoe? Boom, solved it. He just has style unlike you? Wow. Oh yeah, you're just right. You're right. You're Mia. Wait, you're Mia Fey? Oh my god. You got some nice assets too. But if she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday, then she must have known about the existence of the knife. I'm sorry, Miss Yu. Maybe you weren't aware. However, the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag. Miles, what do you think you're doing? I'm drawing the truth out of her, that's what I'm doing. Huh? But I don't recall a knife being presented at the trial earlier today. Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something Mr. Faraday had yet to use. Ah, so that's what you're trying to do. Look, why don't you cut it out with the lies? I've already figured you out. There was no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. The only evidence he had yet to present was the key the Yataka Rasu had sent. How did you know that? And unless a key can magically turn into a knife, you really don't have a leg to stand on. Wow. Just walked right into that one. Poof. Did you really think you could trap me? Come on now, be honest. I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding on my part. In any case, I wonder if you might append what you just said to your testimony? Sure. Why not? I'll even say it as many times as you like. There was a key in his evidence bag, but you can't kill anyone with a simple key. Miss Yu, I would just like to confirm something with you one more time. Oh? About what's going to happen to Detective Gumshoe after this? I don't need to ask you about that. Because he isn't the killer. Phew. Looks like the number of wrinkles on your forehead have increased yet again. That issue aside, Miss Yu, I'd like to ask you about what was inside the bag. You are sure it was the Yataka Rasu's key, correct? Yes, I'm sure. Which is why I'm completely baffled as to where that knife could have come from. I think I've just spotted the road to a perfect victory. Finally, it would appear that you have revealed your true identity, Miss Yu. Miles, a final statement. Yes, I know. All I have to do now is to present the evidence. But what is this? Ominous feeling that I can't shake.
Objection!
You're done. You're done. It's a bib. The music's pretty good in this. Cravats are actually how gay people are made. Oh, so true. That's not what a bib looks like, loser. Miss Yu, I wonder. Sorry, it's just funny that Wordy called you a loser. I don't know why, it was really funny. I'm dressing like Edgeworth. Hell yeah. Wait, I thought you were Gumshoe. You gotta dress like Gumshoe. I don't know why, it's just very funny. Miss Yu, I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me. This is a picture of the key the Yataka Rasu sent to the police. However, while it may look like a key at first glance, it, in fact, has the secret ability to transform into a knife, which means that what was inside Mr. Faraday's bag was both the Yataka Rasu key and the murderous knife. You knew that the key was inside Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not? Yes. Well, with the Yataka Rasu's key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday. Do you understand now? Just knowing of the existence of the Yataka Rasu key. I still haven't had a good look at it. Showing it to me from that far away, you could be lying for all I know. You would even now still feign ignorance? Aha! I'm not feigning anything. But you can't have I can't have you accusing me of a crime with false evidence now, can we? I mean, Mr. Von Karma, I've heard some very interesting rumors about him. Ugh, are you mocking my papa? Don't you dare sully the good name of my mentor. Now take a good look. This piece of evidence is more than real. Wow. Who knew there was such a trick to this thing? Are you satisfied now? But of course, you knew from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew that the knife and the Yatakarasu keys are one and the same. Otherwise, someone like you, who isn't a member of the law enforcement and who would never have been privy to this trick, would have never known about it to begin with. Furthermore, is something that the Yatakarasu sent to the police? How did you have knowledge as to what it was? Ooh. She keeps talking like that Francisca is gonna cause another crime. Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday. Before he dragged Mr. Rell off, he told me. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. He also told me about the key turning into a knife at that time. He didn't know about it, you dummy. You dummy! But he didn't tell me about how the key actually transforms. What are you saying is simply not possible. Oh? And why not? Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. For within these pages, he mentions nothing about a knife. I'm not sure he would have written everything in his organizer, you know. Wouldn't something of this importance be better left to oral communication? Unfortunately, that is also impossible because Detective Bad didn't know about the knife aspect either. What would have been highly classified information even within the police force. And is something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know. Why would Mr. Faraday have felt the need to share such information with the opposition? Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have much of a reason to. Looks like I gave a pretty lame excuse, huh? How can you laugh at a time like this? She probably just realized the flaw in her logic and is actually in a panic over it. But that's not something we need to concern ourselves with. I suppose you're right. It's you. I'd like to state that I also know how you know the real nature of the knife. How can she constantly doing her makeup like that? I have no idea. Do you now? Well, why don't you just put your money where your mouth is and show me? Oh, I will, and I'll wipe that smile off your face by the time we're through. This is it, the moment of truth, the secret behind the Yatakarasu key. Only one person would have had the knowledge of it from the get-go. Who would know from the start that the Yatakarasu key would change into a knife? The Yatakarasu. There's only one person who would have known about the dual nature of the key. Aha! And that is the person who sent the Yatakarasu's key to the police. That is to say, the Yatakarasu herself. Are you saying that this lawyer is the great thief Yatakarasu? It's you. You used Mr. Rell to lure Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You who profess to bear a grudge against criminals. Why? Why do something like this? Who would have thought that you, a stupid rookie prosecutor, would see through me? You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling of thrill. It's even greater than when I sneak into some place. You killed Faraday? Why? Answer me, Callisto, you. Aha! Callisto, you? Huh. That's not my real name. What? Because my real identity is, yes, the great thief Yatakarasu. Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity, which is why I had to erase him from the world of law. I made Rell an offer, an acquittal for a little favor in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being the Yatakarasu in court. But once we entered the recess, Rel was dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan into a complete mess. I chased after them and eavesdropped on them through a crack in the door. Rel caves to only two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined and Mr. Faraday held on to Rel any longer. Plus, if I had let them continue on the way they were, I would have been found out. That's why I had no choice. I had to kill them both. But didn't you say that you despised criminals? But I do. But do I really? You. Have you forgotten about the KGA incident too? Oh, you, Yatagarasu, I get it. Oh, he's sucking a sucker? I thought he was smoking. That's what I thought. It's a lollipop. Chugging my water. Hold on, sorry. I bought a bottled drink, but it has the top where you need to like tool open it. What do you mean a tool? Is it like a wine bottle top? Wait, if it's sparkling, if it's usually like a sparkling thing, doesn't it? If the cork is like, usually you should be able to like twist it off. If it's a champagne like bottle. Have you forgotten about the KG incident too? Well, I think usually. Maybe. What sort of woman would... So then, was it your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you sent? Aha. Well, I had a good idea of what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Rel wasn't the Yatagarasu by using this Yatagarasu key as evidence and that he would bring it with him, which is why I thought to use the knife portion. Which, with a weapon as well disguised as this, no one would be wiser, because who in their right mind would think something like this could be a weapon? I casually entered lobby number 2 on the pretext that I had to talk with Mr. Faraday, and in order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let me hold the Yatagarasu key, just like that. He never noticed that I had changed the key into the knife instead of the plastic bag. And he didn't have a chance to take note of the knife that took his life. How could you kill him? I knew him for a long time, you know. At the very least, I thought to give him a quick and painless death. But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, there was no need for you to kill Mr. Rel as well. I believe I mentioned why we were placing Detective Gumshoe under arrest. Think about having accidentally created an eyewitness, and how that led to the killer... Wait. And how that led the killer to think about setting them up as though they'd kill each other. Then the trick with the surveillance tape. Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use the gun. The risk was too high that I'd be caught. However, that's when I remembered the existence of that surveillance tape, which is why I had Rel help me set up the crime scene. And after all was said and done, I rewarded him for all his hard work with a bullet. You're a defense attorney, aren't you? How could you? Could you betray a client? Ahahaha. Client? If you want to talk about who was a client of whose first, it was me. I was the client in the murder of the Kodopian embassy staff member Deadman. You ordered a hit job? You still haven't figured it out? Mr. Bad, I had Deadman killed because he was about to give away info about the smuggling ring. Now, who exactly do you think would benefit from such an assassination? Can't be. You're... That's right. I'm a member of the smuggling ring. What the fuck? My brain cannot keep up. I'm like, what? So, not only she's the Yatagarasu, but she's also part of the smuggling ring? Confused. Thing. Deadman is so stupid. Yeah. He's like a criminal times 100. I know. Sorry. Taking a sippy of my water. How could this... You don't mean you're working with Manny Cochin, are you? Maybe, maybe not. Guess you'll never know. The Yatakarasu claims to be noble, but you're just another cold-blooded murderer. So I feel like she's like a fake Yatakarasu. I don't know. That's right, little girl. The Yatakarasu is just another killer. Be quiet, you. Yatakarasu. You can run from the law, but you'll never escape it. So just humbly accept the judgment of this court. Ha ha ha. Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know the Yatakarasu has 3 legs? Do you know why that is? Oh, there's 3 members. No? Well, let me tell you. Maybe it means that the Yatakarasu has more than one razor-sharp way to do her work. Oh. Oh, never mind. I was like, yeah, like the crow, yeah. You really are too naive, Edgeworth. You even handed the Ayatakarasu key right to me without a second thought. Everything may not have gone according to plan, but I'll still gladly take it. Ugh. You mean the key was your real target? And even after I gave you such great advice, didn't I tell you to always keep a good eye on a criminal? Or you may regret what comes to your negligence. You two, get down. Eek! My body can't move. Hey, mister, to your right. You. Are you all right, Francisca? I'm perfectly fine, Miles. Her voice is shaking, but it looks like she's unharmed. Hmm? Where did Kay go? That's a gunshot. Oh no. Don't die, Detective Bad, please! Give him some milk! September 10th, September 10th, 7 p.m., District Court, Courtroom 3. Oh, he's okay. Sorry, but it looks like she got away. I called the precinct. They should have a perimeter set up soon. Detective Bad, are you alright? I heard a gunshot. I'm okay. Just got another hole in my jacket. He may say he's fine, but he looks quite shaken. But more importantly, boy, I mean, Mr. Edgeworth, Mrs. Von Karma, are you too hurt? I'm absolutely fine. I'm also alright, thanks to Kay. Speaking of Kay, where is she? I don't know. She just sort of disappeared. I'll go look for her. Oh, and hey, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. Detective Bad, sir. I'm sorry I doubted you. Don't worry, sir. It's not your fault. Well, I lied to you guys too, after all. I heard about what happened from Kay. Lying while giving testimony is still unforgivable. But in this case, you were protecting Kay and her feelings. Looks like you might have what it takes to be a real detective. Now, don't ever lose that detective spirit, okay? You got it, Pops. Pops? Watched one too many detective dramas recently, have we? Way to single-handedly destroy the cheery atmosphere with one snarky comment. I should get back to the investigation. I swear, I'll catch you if it's the last thing I do. Be careful, Detective Bad, and take care. Thanks. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into each other again someday. Isn't this a courthouse? This is a courthouse. Gun! The ultimate rebuttal. Yeah, she did use the ultimate counter. Nobody could stop her? No. She was just that good. We're gonna get phantom drunk off the 0 alcohol drink. You're gonna eat a pickle. Just a plain pickle? It's Kangaroo Courthouse, yeah. Thanks a bunch, pal. You're the best. You really did find the truth behind everything. Yes, well, I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison. Why is the judge sad? I can't believe how much trouble I caused you with my testimony, Detective Gumshoe. It was no problem, really. Ha ha ha. I mean, I lied too, so I didn't help anything. It's really not your fault, Your Honor. Well, even if we didn't have His Honor's testimony, I think that lawyer would have found another way to get you convicted of her on her behalf. Yeah, I can't believe I was about to get fired during my first week as a detective. Well, so long as you're not fired, you should work hard, give all you have, and perform your duties well. Oh, and one more thing. Kay left a present for you with me. She did? Oh, what is it? What's with that key? What was it that Kay left for me? The proof of their friendship.
Take that!
It's a courthouse special Swiss roll. The first week, I don't know what the annual bonus was for. Well, I mean, he was a police officer before this, so. We don't have guns here. Haven't seen a single kangaroo. I was looking for low salt pickles, but I couldn't find any. Can I really? I'm craving pickles. What the heck, Wordy? I wish I had pickles. Wasn't his bonus enough for a stick of gum? Yeah. Can I really have it? Yes, it's a present meant for you after all. Thanks a bunch. You have no idea how happy this makes me, pal. I'm gonna eat this right now. Sure, go ahead. Swiss roll Detective Gumshoe and Kay brought together. While the one Kay saved never reached her father, it would appear that her sentiments have touched the heart of this detective. He's so happy, it's as though he's having a welcome back celebration of his own. Well, I was asked by Kay to give it to him. Whoop! That was good, pal. I can't believe I got to eat 2 of these delicious things in one day. Like I'm in Swiss roll paradise or something. Gotta thank Kay myself. Hey, wait, where is she? You only just noticed just now? Was his mind not present when we discussed her earlier? I left a bad left to go search for her earlier. Maybe you should go join him. Yeah, you betcha, pal. I'm gonna go help him. Oh, but first. You know what, pal? Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore, huh? I'm gonna stick right by your side from now on. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Aw, so cute! I sense nothing but the most troublesome relationship from that ominous statement. No, don't say that, Edgeworth! Homies for life! We should go home too, Miles. We have to hurry and report to what has happened to Papa. Agree. Well, I'm afraid we must be going now, Detective. Roger, sir. And don't you worry, I'll investigate the next case we're on real well. I'll, be counting on you. The scent of trouble is definitely in the air. Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at a court came to a disturbing end. A few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. Oh! Okay, so this is referring to him going up against Mia. But the detective in charge of the investigation was a dreaded Detective Gumshoe. After that, he became my direct subordinate. I have tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he has caused me. But I suppose that's just how things are. As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared, she's now in front of you. Really has the 3-day grace in him. Wait, does he live? Yeah, I guess like at that point he lived with Bon Karma. Bon Karma is his sugar daddy. What an elaborate flashback. I know. We had a whole court case just for that flashback. So? Do you remember now? Yes, I remember everything. Okay. It's been a while. Okay, you sure grew up a lot. Of course, but thank goodness. I thought you two had totally forgotten about me. You know, I was really worried about you after that. Where have you been all this time? Gummy, I didn't know you cared. After my father died, I went to go live with my mother's relatives. They lived really far away, so I wasn't able to come back here at all that much. Oh, is that what happened? Well, I'm just glad you're alright. So, does it all make sense now? You betcha it does. Oh, you know what? I was going through my father's bookshelves recently and...
Hold it!
Actually, there are still a number of things that don't make sense, Kay. Huh? First of all, why did you come all the way to see me? And second, why are you calling yourself the Yatakarasu? The Yatakarasu is Callisto Yu, the woman who killed your father. No, you're wrong. The real Yatakarasu was my father. Mr. Faraday was the Yatakarasu? Like I said, I was going through my father's bookshelves recently, and I found a secret diary hidden among his books. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatakarasu. That was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure. But that's impossible. What's with that look? You don't believe me? It wasn't just the expression on my face that clearly said it was impossible just now. Alright then, how do you explain this? It's a way of disarming any security system of the user's choice. Choosing? Yep. That's Little Thief. Truth be told, this is the Yatakarasu's greatest secret. And this little gizmo was used by my father. Wow, Mr. Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor, he was really a great thief, huh? Yeah, my father worked really hard to steal the truth, but he was killed. And the Yatakarasu was no more. But despite that, the Yatakarasu has been spotted again recently. Someone other than you? Here, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a look at this article. You still can't open the pickle jar. No, no. Gotta get like a towel or something. Tap the lid with a butter knife. True. Yeah, that's why she has the crow scarf on her pin. Yeah, she's the real Yatakarasu. The Yatakarasu sends the embassy a calling card. Yeah, meaning this person's a fake. I'm almost certain that Callisto Yu lady is behind this. Because the real Yatakarasu would never send something like a gaudy card out. But the Yatakarasu did send a white card along with anything to be publicized. That's what Detective Bad told me 7 years ago, if memory serves. Well, as soon as I heard the news, I got all wound up. I knew I couldn't just let it go. So I searched you out so that I could obtain the truth behind the Yatakarasu, because if anyone can help me find it, I figured it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. So you're saying that I have your father and misuse identities backwards? Yes, because the real Yatakarasu is noble to the end. And I want to revive the real noble Yatakarasu. If I don't, my father will never be able to rest in peace. Hey. Hey. You're so honorable. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal. Even if you are honorable, a thief is a thief. If you are planning to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I can't be complicit. Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, you guys are not making it easy for me. Who am I supposed to support now? Mr. Edgeworth. What I want from you is not to steal something. I want is the rest of that evil woman. That evil woman? You mean Callisto Yu? I think it's too hard for me to catch her all by myself. But I thought that since you were able to expose her for who she is, then maybe... Please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you help me? Come to think of it, I do believe I owe you. Huh? Owe me for what? When Miss Yu made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I am not so rude as to leave favors unrepaid. Then you mean... Yes. You open it? Heck yeah. Spank it! Just smash the glass. Just smack the bottom of the jar like 3 times, builds air pressure, and makes the lid easier to twist. Oh, we're getting some fun facts. And a lid under hot water? Oh yeah, that is one way. Are you gonna clean all the pickle juice off Wordy's floor? We did it! Teamwork! Yay! Did the smashed pickle jar on the floor? Detectives work for lawyers. Is that a real thing, or is it just Ace Attorney legal system? Probably Ace Attorney legal system nonsense, I'm assuming. Yes. I don't know, actually, to be honest. That case has been weighing down on my soul ever since that fateful day. Perhaps the time has come to settle things once and for all. If you don't intend to sully your hands in a crime, then I believe I can help you. Mr. Edgeworth, thank you. Yay, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Isn't that great, Kay? Yeah, it sure is, Gummy. Even though he had completely forgotten about her until just now. Ugh, what is their chummy relationship? the great thief Yatakarasu. After all that time, the true identity of the thief sank back into the darkness. Bryn, for Friday, Callisto U, and Cape Parade. But the phantasmagorically changing identity of the great thief Yatakarasu, and the Yatakarasu's real goal. It would all come too late the day after I made that promise to Kay. Gee, what timing? The end of that case. You need more bread for so much pickle. Detectives usually solve the case and turn over the evidence to lawyers. They work together, not for one another. I see. But Gumshoe's Edgeworth's direct subordinate. I think it's just because Gumshoe literally needs to be like fucking supervised at all time. Alright, we did it. We have one last case for this game. Gumshoe is special. We'll give this one a start. What was I gonna say? We'll probably beat this game, like the first game. We'll take a break from like playing Ace Attorney. We'll do palate cleansers in between. I call them palate cleansers. We'll play some other games in between before I move on to the next one. Gumshoe needs a daddy, I see. Yeah. Gumshoe can call me daddy. Turnabout ablaze. A fire. 2 cards. One of the Black Raven. And one of the White Raven. A country torn in 2. One in the west. And one to the east. When those which were split are made whole again. Why am I reading this in a southern accent? Don't ask. The truth will reveal itself. Is Mia Faye in the next one? Asking for a friend? I don't know. It's the Yatakarasu, whatever, something stupid. Whoa! Arson? Yeah. You accursed Yatakarasu K, you! I don't think it was her. 8 hours earlier. The game is lengthy. Yeah. Look at this nerd. Sipping tea. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this slut. Look at him. Anyway, March 14th, 10:17 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Look at this sassy bitch with his legs. You're no longer craving pickles. Are you pickled? Are you satisfied? It's so nice, almost dreamlike, to finally have the chance to relax and sip some tea, especially after what of a whirlwind the past few days have been. On my return flight, I was dragged into a case involving an Interpol agent's murder. The next day, I investigated a kidnapping and a murder at the Gatewaterland theme park. And then later that night, a detective's body welcomed me back to my office, along with a thief who was out to pilfer files related to the case from 10 years ago. How did I manage to find myself in the middle of so many cases back to back? Well, at least I have today. All I ask is I be allowed to spend it quietly. Mr. Edgeworth! This is big! Big, I tell you! Hey, what's wrong with you? Where's your enthusiasm? And suddenly, the phrase the fragility of dreams comes to mind. What are you talking about, fragile dreams? Come on, let's go! The fake Yatakarasu isn't going to just find herself, you know. Well, if you must know, it's possible that I was paid a visit last night by your fake. Say what? Unfortunately for us, the thief managed to escape. But even now, we're still looking for this criminal. However, I must warn you that we've only had a few hours to search so far. So, I must insist that you be patient on this one, Kay. What's with you today? Are you sure you aren't sleep-talking to me right now? Anyway, I've got something much more important than that I want you to see. Oh, and that is? Take a look at this. Does Edgeworth just like not read the fucking newspaper? Like what is this? You're going to work now? Have a good day at work, Roy. Is Edgeworth about to solve a political crisis between two nations through the power of investigation? Because that's what the cutscene seems to say. I know. That's what it seems. You might become a big pickle guy. Pickles are pretty yummy. On March 14th, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. Ooh. Ew. Have a good day. Good midnight, Roy. Even though I know you're probably gonna listen to me in the car. Pickles suck? Pickles? What's wrong with pickles? Get out of here! Get out of here! That's quite a bold declaration to send to the embassy. I suppose it was inevitable that a newspaper would catch wind of this. The date the card mentions is today. Today, huh? Come on, we've got to hurry. The embassy awaits. I suppose it is quite an urgent matter. However, do you know which country's embassy we should be investigating? Well, it's some really special country, and I'm actually really fuzzy on the details. Hold on, I gotta... You suck pickles. No, I don't. I just eat them on a sandwich. That's okay. You can suck pickles too if you want. You can eat them on a sandwich, suck them, whatever way you desire to eat a pickle. Is a-okay. But never mind that. Where's all your energy? Why are you so lackadaisical today? I'm not, Kay. You're just too wound up. Well then, you should get too wound up too. Because this just might be our chance to catch that woman. You mean Miss You? The woman who killed Kay's father, Brian, Friday? 7 years ago? Callisto Yu. She claimed to be the great thief Yatakarasu, and then disappeared from the courtroom. Ugh, she makes me so mad at the phony. Everyone knows the real Yatakarasu would never send something like a calling card until a company's underhanded dealings are made public. Target is always totally unaware that the Yatakarasu has paid them a visit. That's what makes the real Yatakarasu so awesome. Yatakarasu's card that's shown in this article looks to me as though it could be genuine. See, that's the thing. Whoever it is, that person isn't the real deal, but has knowledge of the Yatakarasu. If this isn't a clue that that woman's involved, then nothing is. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Out the door you go. Wait there. Just a few preparations I must make before we go. There's something interesting about this card we found last night here in my office. It's of a different color than the one in the article. Makes me wonder why. What's up? Any reason why you're boring a hole through the newspaper with your eyes? No, no reason at all. Very well. Seeing as how Miss Yu is also someone of a special nature to me, I agree there is some merit to be found in investigating this. I knew you'd come around. I used to love pickles as a kid, but not now. You hate them. Do y'all drink the pickle bread? No. Do you like relish? I don't think I've ever had relish. I don't relish. The reason why you're boring? Me? Oh, you're talking about Edgeworth. Talking about Edgeworth or me? Anyway, March 14th, 5 p.m. Thretrum neutral. Fucking lisp. By the light of this night's glorious moon. Steel Samurai! Da, 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 da. Sorry. What a coincidence. Okay, hold on. Sorry. I was not reading that because I was so happy to hear the Steel Samurai theme. That's what Kay said. By the light of this night's glorious moon, we are ready to embark on our mighty nightly outing. And this is where our tale begins. Heh, what a coincidence. Who would have thought that a Steel Samurai stage show would ever be held at such an elegant theater inside a foreign embassy? Yeah, the climax was really awesome. Steel Samurai Sushi Slash. I got chills down my spine when he pulled that move out. I suppose it really is more impactful to watch a show in person than on television. I have to say, though, this embassy is set up kind of funny. I mean, they have two countries sharing the same building. Well, as you said yourself, this place and the countries in it houses are very special. Even this theater is special in that it is a neutral zone shared by two countries. Wow, we are about to get political in Ace Attorney. Edgeworth is about to combat some politicalness, I feel. Why did Twitch not like that? Why did Twitch not like that? All Niffy said was climax. What's wrong with that? Even this theater is special and this neutral zone shared by two countries. So let me get this straight. The Steel Samurai show just now is being sponsored by one of the two countries. The one that's called the Kingdom of Alabast. Someone help me. Alibast. Keep politics out of my... Yes, it would appear that the Steel Samurai is very popular in that country as well. It seems that way. But you know who I'm really into? The Jammin' Ninja. The Republic of Babel? Aha. And sponsor the Jammin' Ninja stage show? That's something for fangirls like me. We totally gotta see that too, Mr. Edgeworth. The Jammin' Ninjas show is gonna kick the Steel Samurai show's rear end. Non-stop infinite climax mode. You know, ever since I first met this girl, I've always had this inkling that what she really wants to be is not a thief, but rather a ninja. So anyway, about today's event, what's it called again? The Kingdom of Alabasta versus the Republic of Goodwill Jubilee. Small European countries of the Kingdom of Alabastis and the Republic of Babal. These two countries used to be a single entity that was abundant with nature. It was called the Principality of Kodopia. Alabasta? One Piece? One Piece? One Piece mentioned? One Piece? It was called the Principality of Kodopian. Yeah. Everything alright, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I'm alright. Moving on. Of codependency. After a period of civil unrest, the country split into two. Those signs of their past remain. For example, their flag preserves the flower and the butterfly motifs to this day. Kodopia, huh? The KGA incident, and what was referred to as the second KGA incident, in which the embassy staff member was murdered. Both of these cases were related to the Principality of the Kodopia. In 7 years that have passed, the country may have split into two. However, the Yatakarasu still sent a calling card here. What could it all mean? Dun dun dun! Mr. Edgeworth, I know you're thinking about something. Oh, excuse me. What were we talking about again? Ugh, you could please stop spacing out on me? Anyway, we're talking about the, I'm gonna just call it Alabasta. Alabasta versus the, oh. Okusen, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, how was stream? What were you streaming? Hello. How was Warhammer? Hello, hello. I'm just gonna call it Alabasta. Alabasta versus Baba Goodwill Jubilee. Two countries have had pretty bad relationship with each other. but supposedly they've been trying really hard to make up recently. That's why they've decided to hold this event. If that's the case, then why the verses? How the trials are going good. We solved one murder, now we're hopefully gonna solve another. Got a hiccup. Also, both countries claim to own the real Primidux statue. Primidux statue, a national treasure to both. They're planning to have them publicly evaluated today to see which one's the real deal. Okay, need I remind you to take care and not succumb to your thieving desires? Well, when it comes to treasure, I can't help myself. You know that? Ugh, I'd better be saying that in jest. Hey, I can read your body language, you know, and you've got it all wrong. Look, I'm here to do some investigating. Investigating, I tell you. I know. And although we don't know if the Atakarasu will really make an appearance, I suppose we should still spend some time examining this place. There's a very festive atmosphere in here. Yep, super festive. I'm really happy for the Kingdom of Alabasta. I'm gonna keep calling it that. And the Republic of Baba. I'm just call it Baba. Like Baba. Like the game. It's great that they have re-established diplomatic relations. The newspaper says that it's almost like they're Kotopia once again. Perhaps we are bearing witness to a historic moment in time. Hey, look! They're selling some commemorative merchandise to celebrate this event. Founders Kotopia biscuits. And over there, or over here, they're selling Royal Kotopia biscuits. It would seem that they have yet to reconcile their competitive spirits. This is the perfect angle. Go, my image. Travel across the wave world into every TV set around the globe. A more honest approach to appearing on TV might serve your ambitions better. And we're here reporting live from the Therium Neutralis. As you can see, tonight's audience is full of enthusiasm. Let's see what this member of the audience has to say. Well, okay, that was good. Let's do one more run through. Excuse me, but when you are ready to film for real, would you mind giving me a call? Since that she didn't hear a single word I just said. There's a flat panel, a tape deck, and a row of Steel Samurai videos on this table. I suppose it's so visitors can watch an episode or two at their leisure. I guess it really is just that popular, huh? Yes, although I never thought I would see it reach this level of popularity. I wonder why they decided to call on the Steel Samurai for an event like this. I mean, it's just like they intended to cut the two countries apart with the samurai sword instead. Wouldn't that go against the whole point of this event? You got 10,000 achievements on Xbox. It appears that the child is watching a video from the first season of Steel Samurai. Go, go, keep on fighting until your last breath. Go, my hero, the Steel Samurai. Completely absorbed in singing the theme. I don't know how the theme song goes, sorry. Completely absorbed in singing the theme song, I see. I'll let the child watch in peace. These flowers were sent by Global Studios. Global Studios? That's where they filmed the Steel Samurai television show. They have been producing hit after hit recently, so the studio is being remodeled. Oh, I read about that in the papers yesterday. That mascot of theirs is also getting a facelift too, right? What's its name? You mean Miss Monkey? Yeah, I thought it was something like that. You really have a great memory. Never underestimate my powers of recollection. It's not like I'm a fanboy or anything of Steel Samurai. Where in tarnation are they? Come on, Bake Scoop. Hey, mister, out of the way. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Ugh. I seem to remember this woman from somewhere. Yet my instincts are directing me not to engage in conversation with her. Perhaps it would be best if I left her alone. Oh, yeah, she was in one of the previous games. She was involved in Edgeworth's fucking case. Wait, that's wild. Okay, that's good. Alright, now give me a dramatic slam right there. Stop. Hey, do you mind? Get out of the way, buddy. Okay, once more. And 3, 2, 1, action. I know, you see. What is like the iCarly thieves? Okay, was that my fault just now? Well, he's obviously working. I guess we should leave him alone. The national flag of the Republic of Baba is on display here. The crest on its features a butterfly. It really is rare to see a national flag featuring an animal on it. Not really. I can list at least a few off for you that do. Okay then. Are there any flags with really chic things on them? Chic things? That's pretty vague, Kay. Although in my definition, there aren't really any flags that feature a chic object. Oh, that's too bad, because if there was, I was thinking about stealing it. And that's what exactly- and what exactly would you do with a stolen national flag, Kay? Somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Uh-oh. Yes. I'm trying to think of the rest of the song. I know, you see. Somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Da, da, da. I cannot remember the fucking rest of the song now. Live life. Thank you for knowing the words. Makes me happy. Is there something I can help you with? I was wondering what is beyond these doors. The Baja Lease embassy is just beyond this door, sir. Do you have some business with the embassy? Do you require immediate access? Ah, no, that's quite alright. Are you sure, sir? Anyone and everyone is always welcome to the Republic of Bala. Haha. Well then, since we're here, an embassy isn't some sort of theme park, Kay. Such a buzzkill. Bajanese? Baja Blast? This is the country of Baja Blast? Yeah, I caught her in years. I haven't seen that reboot. You know the Drake and Josh theme? I don't remember the Jason. This is who made Baja Blast. There are pamphlets about 2 embassies here on this table. It still looks weird to me. The country split into 2 a few years back, and they've shared the building and its grounds 50-50 ever since. Oh? I guess it's because they don't have the money to build 2 separate ones, huh? I should think that's not the reason why, Kay. I suppose I'll just help myself to one of these. The country shared the building with Porter. What is all the hubbub? Ah! Hey, look! It's the Steel Samurai! He's got his son, the Iron Infant, with him! Oh my god! It's just like, oh my god, foaming at the mouth. Yes! Steel Samurai music. Subscribing. That's kind of cap, actually. I had said before that Baja Blast is the only Mountain Dew that I like. So, nice try? Question mark? But you didn't know that fact that I actually really like Baja Blast, so... You know, I've seen a lot of these shows within a bunch of other places, but today's show, it was like they went for a completely comedy, you know what I mean? Yeah, and that last movie, The Steel Samurai Sushi Slash, I couldn't help but laugh. I know, right? And that Pink Princess movements were really stiff. In the middle of the show, I could swear that I heard her hip crack. Oh, I know, I totally thought that too. The Pink Princess has a bad hip? Seriously? Just, what were they thinking, you know? I suppose there's no graceful way to enter this conversation. 10 more minutes. No, 5 more minutes. But isn't it really bad for me to spend time doing this? It's no use. Would someone please just tell me what I should do? You appear to be in trouble by something. May I be of any assistance? Leave me alone. I'm trying to figure out just the right time to talk to that girl over there. If I mess up, it'll be because I'm talking to you right now. Somehow I get the feeling he's about to fall flat on his face. Well, let's just do as he wishes and leave him alone. Those are some nice flowers. I wonder who they're from. Gatewater Imperial Hotel? Where's this, Mr. Edgeworth? Ah, it's an ultra-luxurious hotel that sponsors the Steel Samurai series. I've been there once to investigate a case. Oh, so what kind of case was it? I believe it was related to Nickel Samurai and the Jammin' Ninja. Oh, I remember reading about that. You must be the head of Steel Samurai affairs down at the prosecutor's office, huh? I should think that even you can figure that such an office does not exist, Kay. Don't listen. No, I love Baja Blast. I used to, when I worked at a, I used to order like inventory for a store that I used to work at because I was the manager that ordered stuff. And, I made them carry Baja Blast because I really wanted it. I really wanted it. Is there something I can help you with? I was wondering what was beyond these doors. It's the Alabastian Embassy. Now, unless you have some business with the embassy, I suppose I can't really claim to have any business with the embassy right now. Well, you don't have to be so rude about it, Mr. Guard. The national flag for the Kingdom of Alabast is on this display here. The crest on its feature is a flower. Flowers and butterflies are kind of rare motifs for flags, don't you think? Well, when they used to be Cotopia, the government used to take pride in its lands. Citizens also love the rich, bountiful nature all around them, thus the design. Hey, if the Steel Samurai got popular enough, do you think they'd put him on their flag? Are you in your right mind, Kay? Or maybe the Jammin' Ninja would make a better candidate? Don't make me laugh. Only the Steel Samurai deserves such an honor! Dun, 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 dun. I can hear her. That's right. I was a distribution manager. May I speak with you for a second? It's the Steel Samurai. Edgeworth is like so ecstatic right now. He's like, oh my god, a big fan, big fan! Mr. Edgeworth, what are you glaring at him for? Ahem, please excuse me. It's just that I've never seen a superhero up close before. To Mr. Edgeworth, Steel Samurai, Daddy. I don't know, what does that say? I just see to Mr. Steel Samurai Daddy, that's all I see. Worried man of Neo Old Tokyo. Looks like he's written something down for you. To Edgeworth, from Steel Samurai Daddy. Married man of Neo Old Tokyo. Oh. Wow, an autograph. Pretty cool you got one, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Heh. Steel Samurai autograph received. I'm sorry, it's just really funny he got Steel Samurai Daddy. He would. Mr. Steel Samurai, Ambassador Alba is waiting for you. And now the Steel Samurai will proceed to enter the kingdom of Alabast to shake the hand with... Bitch. The Steel Samurai isn't only here for 2 countries, but rather can be thought of as goodwill ambassador for our own country as well. Here he goes, off to spread goodwill to the world. Okay, wait, I hate when they fucking do this. Okay, and now the Steel Samurai will proceed to enter the kingdom of Alabast to shake the hand of the ambassador. The Steel Samurai isn't only here for the 2 countries tonight, but rather can be thought of as a goodwill ambassador from our own country as well. There he goes, off to spread goodwill to the world. He really does seem like a goodwill ambassador, doesn't he? Okay, we're shooting the next segment now. Cue the camera. Just, in a few seconds, the Jammin' Ninja stage show is set to begin. After the show, the Jammin' Ninja will enter the Republic of Baja Blast. He is set to meet with the ambassador of Bao at that time. The Jammin' Ninja show is about to start. We've got to get back to our seats. Regrettably, I don't have much of an interest in ninjas. Well, this show will change your mind. Come on, we have to hurry. If we miss even a second of Jammin' Ninja's awesome playing, I'll never forgive you. Ugh. I suppose you're not about to give me much of a choice here, are you, Kay? I couldn't listen to that a ninja marked for death's lullaby song all day. His superb playing and that sad melody really brought a tear to my eye. And his heart-wrenching voice. Now that's the Jammin' Ninja greatest weapon. Ah, those pieces of Jammin' Ninja's merchandise over there. I've got to have them. I especially want the hair sticks they're selling exclusively at these shows. They're exactly like the ones the heroine Princess Misola wears in her hair. Anyway. Hold it right there, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? You're thinking of going home, aren't you? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the Yatakarasu will be making an appearance tonight. Most likely it was simply a prank. No way! I just know the Yatakarasu will show. But I thought you said that the Yatakarasu doesn't send calling cards. Yeah, I did, but I figured from the very beginning that this would wind up being a wild goose chase. But that card she sent was a genuine fake calling card. A genuine fake? Well, how can I word this? The Yatakarasu's mark that's on the calling card is exactly the same as my mark. Get it now? We've got a problem. The Yatakarasu has been spotted in Alabast. What? You heard that, Mr. Edgeworth? Ha! You finally decided to show yourself, you phony. Hey, what gives? I'm sorry, but I will need to search you before you may enter. What the? Hey! The Steel Samurai just walked straight on through without one. Now, if you don't hurry up and let me through, my phony is going to escape. Okay, a country's embassy is considered to be part of the country itself. If you don't go through the proper procedures to enter the country, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm going to enter through blah 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 and climb over the wall to Alabama. Oh my god.
Hold it!
You would tell a prosecutor straight out that you intend to illegally enter another? Okay, are you listening to me? Hey, Verade, I'm coming through. Yes, and welcome. Someone stop her, anyone. March 14th, 6:12 p.m. Open air stage. What the frick? Okay, where are you? Don't tell me you really did find some way over this fence. Ack! Fire, this is too big for us to handle. Looks like the Yatakarasu came to Bao too. You cursed Yatakarasu. Hey, you had better be alright, wherever you are. Congrats, Miles. Welcome to parenting a teenager. Uh-oh. Oh, is she gonna be accused of the crime? She is. What the hell is that guy on the floor? I told you, it wasn't me!
Hold it!
Hey, you alright? Do I look alright to you? Now, can you do something about this woman? Mr. Edgeworth, what the hell is Gumshoe doing here? Detective Gumshoe? What is the meaning of this? Well, sir, it's, this. It wasn't me! He was already dead when I ran in here. Hot on the heels of the fake Yatakarasu. Look, I only came in here because I saw a suspicious person at the open air stage. Suspicious person? A long black coat and a hood over their head. I dare you to tell me that's not suspicious. When I saw that person, I immediately thought that they must be the fake Yatakarasu. So I chased after them into the embassy and then into the here, and then lost sight of them. But I just know that person is the one who did it. What are you so worked up over? There is no reason for you to be this loud. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're Agent Lang's secretary? Sheena, I believe your name is correct? And if you're making an arrest, I assume you have evidence that it was Kay who committed the crime. Is that also correct? You refuse to answer? I don't need to answer. You are merely a prosecutor in this country, meaning you have no investigative authority. Hey pal, just what the heck does what you just said mean? If it happened here, it's under Mr. Edgeworth's jurisdiction, the end. And seeing as how this building is sitting on our soil, we can investigate wherever we like. Fortunately, Detective, embassies are a different matter. Not a sneaky ninja if she got caught. Edgeworth just ran like 10 flights of stairs, yeah. I would literally die. Huh? This office is considered to be part of the Republic of Blast, which means that anything that happens in here defaults to the control of the Balinese government and Balinese law, giving them exclusive extraterritorial rights. Extraterrestrial rights? Sir, do you believe that the truth is out there? The Gumshoe even thought extraterrestrial, okay? Basically, our country's laws do not apply inside the embassy of another country. That's what was agreed to by our respective governments. Our authority to investigate was effectively nullified the second we entered this place, which means we can do little here in this situation. No way, sir. Please leave this matter in Interpol's hands and go home. Ugh. Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, you're not Mr. Edgeworth. In that case, allow me to join your investigation. Miss Von Karma. Eek! Who's this fucker? Ambassador Paleno? I truly appreciate you allowing me to join the investigation. It's really nothing. Ew. What? Why do your fingers do that? I don't like that. Manny was my secretary. So of course I want to help you as much as I can. In fact, it's a blessing that Interpol agents were able to make it so quickly. Francisca. Well, I never imagined that I'd meet you here of all places. This is an embassy, meaning that you have no authority to conduct. Already? What is it? Ambassador Paulino. And you are? I'm Miles Edgeworth, public prosecutor. I ask that you please allow me to investigate this case as Miss Von Karma's assistant. Assistant? Miles, what the heck do you think you're... Please, I implore you, Ambassador Paulino. Very well, I'll be counting on you two, on the two of you, Miss Von Karma and Mr. Edgeworth. What did you mean by you'll be Miss Von Karma's assistant? I don't exactly have a choice, do I, detective? If I don't become Francisca's assistant, I can't participate in this investigation. There you go again, running at the mouth with the aloof expression on your face. Francisca, please. I don't know what you're planning quite yet. But at least I do know one thing, that you are now my subordinate. Just remember that my whip is always ready to wake you, should you have a brain lapse. Of course, I'll keep that in mind. If you aren't done playing games, right, let's begin investigating. Alright. By the way, detective, I suppose it's a bit late to be asking, but why are you here? Well, better late than never, I guess, sir. I was placed on guard duty for the Balinese embassy today. And why are our police guarding the embassy? Well, on account of the card they got from the Yatakarasu, they called us up and asked for our help, sir. Oh, and because we've been searching for the Yatakarasu these past 7 years, it was a more or less mutually beneficial arrangement, if you ask me. Except for how mutually unbeneficial this has all turned out to be, I suppose. Looks like you failed to competently perform your guard duty yet again. Ugh. Look forward to your next salary negotiation, although it's out of my hands. But sir, if it gets cut anymore, I won't be able to buy even instant noodles anymore. Edgeworth, don't do it! Von Karma reminds you of Ivy from it's just because the whip. Detectives do guard duty apparently in the Eastern. Oh, Gumshoe's my little friend. Yes, sir. Can I present anything? Oh, here. Hey, it's your prosecutor's badge. This thing's really important, right? So, what would happen if you lost it, sir? Why are you asking me such an ominous question? Well, because I've lost my police badge before, sir. I just wanted to tell you to be careful, sir. Because writing the explanation section on those requisition forms is really annoying. I believe someone needs to listen to his own advice a bit more often. What do you notice about this piece of evidence, detective? Well, I don't really sense anything special about it, but the embassy is a different story. You see, I'm not really sensing anything special from you either, sir. Well, I'm sensing a special look at your monthly salary, detective. What do you notice about this piece of evidence? You have nothing to say about my cool signature from the Steel Samurai? Rude. Oh, is this the guy? Apparently was a good man. Apparently was a good man. Where's Lang? The whip. And the hair. Oh, yeah. It's time for that case? Yeah. Hello, Kiang. The murder. While you were on guard duty, did you notice anything unusual? Well, I was on watch inside the embassy. But unfortunately, I didn't run into the Atakarasu, sir. But I did talk to an officer who was on duty near the border between the two embassies, who told me that not a single person crossed the boundary during the incident. You see, the investigations into the fire and the Atakarasu are a mess thanks to both events. I'm so confused, sir. Should I be putting the fire out or investigating? What do you think, sir? Aren't you old enough to solve your own problems yet, detective? I'd like an update on how the investigation is going. Oh, yeah. Well, it's going, sir. In other words, no one has any idea of what happened here, correct? To put it simply, yeah, you got it, sir. But we do know that something happened in this room, sir. Any moron with a pair of eyes can see what happened, detective. Oh. Well, anyway, let's investigate every single nook and cranny in this room, sir. We have to get serious or Kay will end up getting arrested as a killer. Yes, I am already well aware of that. Oh. In order to find out what really happened here in this room, we need to gather whatever information we can. It's time to take a good look. Because this is a national treasure, can I ask that you please not touch it? I'm afraid the only ones allowed to touch it are myself and the secretary.
Hold it!
But there is a possibility that it is related to the murder. Wouldn't you agree? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, why don't we give up for now? We can force them to let us investigate it later when we find some solid proof. Secretariat. 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 I can't. Can I touch it? Apparently you can't. I suppose I don't have a choice here. This must be one of the prima duck statue Kay was talking about earlier. Secretariat? Probably Secretariat. Just my dyslexia. My dyslexia, guys, please. Please disregard my dyslexia. Is it just me or does this man look like the Steel Samurai? They could be twins. You have any thoughts on this? No. No thoughts or onions on this. The ceiling fan must have fallen from the ceiling. A ceiling fan? What does one of those do? Exactly what it sounds like it does. It's a fan that is installed on one ceiling. Well, if I had one of those in my room, I bet I'd go dizzy from staring at it as I slept. Detective Gumshoe, in the real world, we close our eyes when we sleep. Your oldest has dyslexia, and now I would have explained it to them. And that's how I would have explained it to them. I feel like it just depends. Big words, man. Just big words. I like looking at every little nook and cranny. I don't want to talk to them yet. It looks like this was once a magnificent grandfather clock, but it has fallen victim to the fire. And Mr. Edgeworth, is it okay for me to talk about the clocks in my house, sir? If they're unrelated to the case, I hope that you will refrain from sharing, but... Well, there's this one clock that I made by myself, but the timer... that's quite enough, detective. Our manager's auto. Leave him alone. Let him talk about. Let him talk about his clock fixation. Poor Gumshoe, man. Spell, thank you so much for the read. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. How was stream? What were you up to? Give you the shouties. The shouties. Finally got to raid me. How was art? How was the arting today? We're playing some Ace Attorney today. Solving murder. Murders! You can see there's a dead guy in the corner. He's just kind of there. I should ask. What were you arting, too? How did it go? And what were you arting today? Working on a model, texture painting, and Blender can be a torture if you're not careful. Oh, I can only imagine. I really admire the fact that you can do 3D and 2D art. Like, big respect. Because I think I could work in 3D, but it is hard. It's the model you're working on. He's not talking about you. But yeah, I hope you had a good stream. If you gotta do any post-stream stuff, no worries. No worries, no worries. Sure. If it was in the shape of a dog, then yeah, you were definitely making prez, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be trying to solve some murder today. Anyone in my stream Unspell here, we do canvas collabs with Exemplar sometimes together. We've done a couple. We did the last one. You were there for the painting and stocking one. So yeah, we've done some really cool canvas collabs together. I highly recommend you check Unspell out. Another fellow artist. Is there a reason my assistant is being manhandled? Because they think she murdered. That's why. They think she did the murder. Or maybe her shoulder's just really sore, you know? There are still some burnt objects scattered on the floor. Well, burnt things get burnt, and then they become burnt things, you know? I love Gumshoe. Never change Gumshoe. No, because there is no way to prove that the burnt thing started out as a burnt thing. Was it a burnt thing, or was it not? I have no idea what's what anymore, sir. Yes, I suppose it's a bit hard for someone with a burnt out light bulb to comprehend. You're so mean, Edgeworth. These shelves are lined with American souvenirs and memorabilia. It's really strange, isn't it? I mean, I thought this was the Bahalese embassy. So, why are there so many American souvenirs, sir? Perhaps the Bahalese are studying American culture and our tourism industry? If they have plans to make the Bahalese tourism industry truly flourish, then they would need to observe and study other countries' methods, I suppose. Speaking of tourism, I got these from the blonde guy earlier, sir. He said that if I bring these with me to Bahal, I can trade them in for a few buffets. Oh, so how do you expect to travel to Bahal? Well, the whole world is connected by the ocean, sir. Well, time to sail out. We gotta find the One Piece. Gumshoe's gonna go out to find the One Piece, aka the all-you-can-eat buffet. I'd swim all the way to poor Gumshoe. Can a few simple coupons really motivate people to do such fantastic things? Yes, Edgeworth. The One Piece is real. I don't think I didn't find anything else. Mr. Edgeworth, there is still something on this display rack, sir. Knives, huh? Although the blades are all that remain of them, unfortunately. I guess the handles all got burned off by the fire. Ah, so even knives fell victim to the fire. Ambassador Paulino, are these knives yours? Yes, they are. They have a special set of ornamental knives featuring the national symbols of Bala. These butterfly-themed knives, along with the Alabast's own set of knives, are comprised of 3 knives each. But I can't believe the Balinese ones have been reduced to this state. Ornamental knives, huh? There's a small release on the hang of this blade. Ambassador Paulino, what is this notch here for? Oh, that. It's a feature of these knives wherein you can freely exchange the handles on them, so that you can change how they look to fit the situation, of course. You see, so these knives were constructed so that the handles could be easily removed. I'll stab someone for coupons, I believe. I see. Would you swim through an entire ocean for coupons? Go somewhere. Hey, it's another butterfly. I believe it is the symbol of the Republic of Bala. A drawing this big on the wall of an embassy. It definitely conveys a sense of overwhelming patriotism. Well, I've got a lot of patriotism too, sir. The reason I became a cop in the first place was because I wanted to protect our country. You may want to, Detective. However, I have yet to see the fruits of your desire. You don't have to be so blunt about it, sir. Damn, Edgeworth, you really are just like being mean. Got a safe? A small personal safe. This was Mr. Cochin's office, so perhaps he stored his most important documents in here. Of course it's locked. It appears we won't be able to open it without the key. You wouldn't actually stab someone for coupons, I lied, I'm a phony. That's some fireplace. You know, it really gives this place a mansion-like quality. Don't you think, sir? Oh, if these are a staple in the Balinese house, then I bet Santa Claus pays them a visit too. Just how old are you again, Detective? Leave him alone! Leave Gumshoe alone! So our victim was the secretariat of this embassy, I take it. Manny Cochin. I heard that he was an admirable person, very admirable. Cause of death, the stab to the base of his neck. He was lax and watching his back. We were fortunate that the fire missed our victim's body for the most part. If the fire had burned a bit longer, it would have made identifying him a hassle. So Mr. Cochin was stabbed to death in the middle of the raging fire. What the world happened inside this room? I won't rest till I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. This man, where do I know him from? There appears to be something in his pocket. This key. It can't be. Isn't this the Yatkarasu's key that was stolen 7 years ago? What? But that's... Huh? 7 years ago? Oh! You mean that case where I was framed, sir? Yes, it's the piece of evidence that stole the life of Kay's father 7 years ago, which was then stolen by Callisto Yu. What? Mr. Faraday was killed with this key, sir? I thought he was killed with a knife. Eek! Scruffy, at the very least, try to remember the details of the crime you were a suspect in. Francisca, as you will recall, Detective Gumshoe was not present when Miss Yu made her escape. Plus, even among law enforcement, only a few knew of this key's existence. I doubt that a new rookie at the time would have been made privy to such knowledge. Oh, I feel like the victim right now. All trampled on, sir. I suppose I'll just have to fill you in now. The secret to this key is... It's not that far-fetched to think that the end of this key was meant to be a butterfly. The key maker must have been a true patriot to have fashioned this after the national symbol. Oh, wow, that's amazing, sir. It's like some kind of magic trick. Atakarasu key data jotted in my organizer. I knew it. This is the same exact piece of evidence that Miss Yu took with her. I remember this beautiful pattern in the blade. I remember this as well. It's a vine motif, isn't it? Yes, it looks like two interwoven vines crisscrossing down the blade. Vine, sir? I think it looks like a bunch of stars, if you ask me. It's one of those six-sided stars, like the police marks on your IDs. I really don't think you can call these stars. So, to say that the detective's art sense is underdeveloped would be an understatement. Got something in my pocket for you. Yeah, he's got a little pocket knife. The real question is why the Balinese embassy's secretariat... why was he holding it, yeah. While we don't know why Mr. Kochin came to possess this key, we do know that it was stolen by the Atakarasu by the Kodopian embassy. I know. I'm learning. Learning how to read. That's right, Mr. Faraday had written that fact down in his organizer. I believe this means that further research is required into the country of Kodopia. Why don't you ask the ambassador Paulino about what he knows? Supposedly he was a candidate to be the next Kodopian ambassador once long ago. He should be able to answer any specific questions you may have. Anything else? Defer... There's a funny knife over here. Is this knife the murder weapon? Some preliminary testing has been conducted. According to the results, the blood on that matches the victim's blood. The blade shape was also found to be consistent with the stab wound. I suppose this means that we now know that the crime was committed with this knife. This knife's got some really fancy ornamentation going on it, sir, huh? Huh, sir? This thing practically screams artsy at me, too. Although, it's also covered in blood, just like the last thing that I said was artsy. But the handle is pristine, not a single drop of blood on it. Speaking of the handle, I believe it has a butterfly motif. It's very beautiful. I grew up so fast. Body. The knife wound. It's obvious what he was killed with, but I wonder if it's consistent with the wound. Indeed. Indeed, as in, like, yes, you confirming, or what? Like, everything? You can look at here. Let's talk to some folks. Sorry, but Interpol is still conducting its investigation beyond this point. I'm a subordinate of Miss Von Karma. Is there some reason why I'm being denied access? My superior clearly stated, don't you dare let anyone near the site. You got it? If I let you examine the site, my superior would get really angry at me. You know, Mr. Edgeworth, I feel really bad for the guy, so why don't we do as he says? Yes, I suppose we might as well. Hey, are you alright? You believe me, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't think I did it, right? Yes, of course I don't, and I promise to prove that it wasn't you. That's enough chit-chat. You can investigate all you like, but it's only a matter of time before we take her in. It would be wise of you to give up while you can. No, I don't think so. Kay isn't lying, and my investigation will prove that to be true. Go ahead and try then, if you're that confident. I can't allow this to continue on this way. I must prove her innocence post-haste. Let's see. Gumshoe, do you have anything to react to any of this stuff? So this is the Yatakarasu's key, huh? That's a really nifty trick they built into it. I can't stop playing with it. This is great. It's like one of those transforming toys, sir. Evidence is not meant to entertain, detective. Okay. Miles Edgeworth. What is it? Let me tell you something. You are currently my subordinate, and if you wish to convey everyone else... Got my nose. And if you wish to convey everyone else of that, you will speak to me with respect. What's with the giddy glint in her eye? I don't think that will really be necessary, Francisca. Oh, really? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that you are still under me. I thought Francisca was flying around the world in pursuit of the smuggling case. So then, why is she here at this embassy? She graduated to Real Whip, yeah. What about your prosecutor's badge? I have one too, you know. Ah, yes, so you do. But seeing as I'm not currently a proper prosecutor, I thought I'd give presenting it a try. Is that any way of you? Is that any way for you to act towards your superior? As if threatening a whipping. Wait, as if threatening a whipping is the proper way of lecturing someone. Miss Von Karma, what do you think of this piece of evidence? Oh, well, you see, you asked so nicely as my subordinate, I'll answer you. However, as your superior, I also must make sure that my subordinate grow on the job. Therefore, please gather your own thoughts together first, and then try presenting again. Simple, I don't have any thoughts about that would have sufficed. It appears that he died of a stab wound. Arr! Whoever did this had a lot of nerve. I just can't fathom what could have led the killer to turn a knife against a man. And I just can't fathom what the prosecutor lashing out with her whip is thinking. Would you mind not pointing that in my direction? It's dangerous. And, anyway, why are you showing it to me? I have no particular reason. Gurk. If you have no reason, don't you bring that dangerous object near me. Understand? Is she really that oblivious to the irony in that statement? Let's lose that dangerous whip of hers for no reason at all times. So true. Would you mind not pointing that in my direction? It's dangerous. And anyway, why are you showing it to me? Okay, yeah. Don't point knives at people, Edgeworth. The murder. I was investigating at the Alabastin embassy when I got wind of this mess. Ah, that's right. The Yatakarasu was due to appear at the embassy as well. Yes, but the difference is what we didn't have a fire over there. Although there was an incident at the Alabastin embassy as well. But I left Agent Lang in charge of that case and came over to the Balinese embassy. Ah, so Agent Lang is here as well, huh? I see you've met. Well, he's in the Alabastin embassy acting as bodyguard for the Ambassador Alba. However, he seems to have a different reason for being there. Yatakarasu. So the suspect in the murder that occurred in this office is that little girl I see. Is she perhaps trying to be the Yatakarasu? Kay would never harm a soul, sir. Kay? You remember, do you not, about the case we investigated together 7 years ago? That girl is the daughter of the victim in that case, Mr. Farade. So she's that feisty little girl. Kay has been on the trail of the Yatakarasu, which is how she ended up here, looking for the one who took her father's life. I see. Kay's trying so hard, but you know that what? The Yatakarasu just keeps on tricking us all. How so? The Yatakarasu sent a card saying, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. But all we've had is an arson and a murder. The lab boys are going in circles. You know what this is, sirs? It's a breach of contract, and it's going on the rap sheet. If you ask me, I'm perfectly fine with the fact that nothing was stolen tonight. I do wonder, though. Callisto Yu really is the Yatakarasu. can't believe that Manny fell among thieves tonight. Without him, I have no idea what my schedule for tonight is. Ambassador Paulino, I believe your schedule tonight will consist of listening to reports from the police. That and only that. I ask you to cooperate not only for your own sake, but for Mr. Cochin's as well. Well, he got really serious all of a sudden. You're rather strong man, aren't you? How fascinating. Here, I know it isn't much, but I'd like you to have these. I'm sorry, but it would be against my principles to accept a bribe. Oh, no. These are simply coupons we distribute to promote Baja. Remember, we offer a large number of discounts and offers when you visit lovely Baja. Now remember, the Republic of Baja is known for its feverish tourism industry. Okay. Oh, is that a prosecutor's badge? It has a very cool design. Aha, I know. We should start selling items like these as souvenirs in Baja. The tourists will absolutely go nuts over them. Please don't compare a proud symbol of my profession to a cheap souvenir. Oh, isn't that about our great embassy? How do you like our pamphlets? I feel indifferent about them, to be honest. I'm just using this as evidence. Oh, that's too bad. In that case, I guess we'll just have to try harder to make more charming ones. I just had a flash of inspiration. We should make all of our pamphlets into coupon books. His expectations of what a coupon can do is just a tad inflated. Ambassador Paulino, I was wondering if you might have some thoughts on these. I think that you would know more about the case than I. So let me make it up to you for not knowing anything about that with these coupons. Thank you, however, I feel I must decline. This statue resembles the hero's, the Steel Samurai, don't you think? I was thinking, what would you say to changing its name to the Steel Samurai statue? It just might attract a few more tourists to our country if I did, right? I'm not sure what to think. I thought that thing was a national treasure. Oh dear. If people were to find out that a murder occurred at our embassy, the number of tourists would plummet, as would our revenues. It'd be a disaster. What are we going to do? It really does seem worried. Perhaps I should refrain from bringing this up. Okay. Manny Cochin. I was wondering if you might tell me a bit about the deceased Manny Cochin. He was my secretary, and the embassy secretariat charged with running the whole place. He was an admirable man. His death is a great loss to our country. He was in charge of everything. Accounting, printing, taking care of our national treasures. I'm sorry, but did you say printing? Our country's primary source of revenue is our tourism industry. So in order for us to print the necessary pamphlets, flyers, coupons, etc., we have a printing press here at our embassy. I see. Please excuse my forwardness, however. I feel I should mention that I have a distinct impression that I've met him before. Oh, yes. Since you are of the legal profession, I suppose you just might have. After all, Manny was involved in the KGA incident. The KGA incident? The defendant who was found innocent in that case was Manny. So your Mr. Cochin is the same man as the one in that case. It has been 10 years. Manny recovered personally from that case and dove enthusiastically into the shop. He was the one who planned this event and was to oversee this embassy's renovations. It really is a shame. He had such a bright future ahead of him. What exactly do you mean earlier by renovations? We can't have tourists and visitors to our embassy think we're a poor nation, can we? So renovating the embassy is something of an investment. We may have a rather paltry budget, but we're trying our best to make do. You sleep. Good night, Worty. However, I guess the only person who could have helped us do our best is now no longer with us. Ambassador Paulino, I was wondering if I may ask you about the Codopia. Codopia? Oh, alright. What would you like to talk about? First, I'd like to ask you about this key. What about this key? I found it sticking out of Mr. Cochin's pocket. I believe it originally belonged to the embassy. Is that correct? Upon closer inspection, it seems that this key is shaped like a butterfly. It's not all about this key, it's also capable of changing into a knife. Oh! How fascinating. Is it possible that the ambassador didn't know about the existence of this key? Is it a knife? In its knife form, there is a flower mark on the base of the blade. I guess this knife might be from when we used to be a part of Codopia.
Hold it!
And how did you come to that conclusion? It has both the Kotopia's national symbols, the butterfly and the flower. I suppose Manny used this key I suppose Manny used this key here at the embassy back when we were still Kotopia. Ambassador Paulino, this key was stolen from the Kotopian embassy 7 years ago by Callisto Yu, otherwise known as the Great Thief Yatkarasu. Oh, really? You were not aware that Miss Yu had broken into this embassy at that time? I'm sorry, I can't be of much help. I'm not very familiar with the details, you see. I only became the ambassador after the Bahal became its own independent nation. But if Manny were still alive, he'd probably know about what happened back then. Mr. Cochin and Miss Yu knew each other 7 years ago. That doesn't explain why I found the Yatkarasu's key here in the present. Okay. Logic together. I'd still say I can talk to her. Let's try to put some logic together. Oh, wait. Probably one and the same. We know for a fact that the Yatakarasu key was used at this embassy. Furthermore, we found it in the victim, Mr. Cochin's pocket, which leads me to think that perhaps it is the key to the personal safe in this office. Good thinking, sir. Let's go and try it out. Hello, Zatama. Did Wordy go to sleep yet? You miss him already? It appears I was correct. The key that was left to us in the victim's pocket. It was literally turned out to be the key to the next piece of the truth. What do we have here? Hey, there's nothing inside. Do you think the Yatkarasu made off with everything, sir? No, detective. I believe all we need is a closer look. 2 times? Yeah, 2 times in a new year. It looks like such a serious safe, but there's not a scrap of paper inside. Which reminds me, the safe in your office is just as empty, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? It's merely a coincidence that both safes are empty, detective. Well, make that a triple coincidence because my piggy bank at home is empty too. I don't think there's anything coincidental about that, detective. Yeah, it resets. What is this here? It looks like the ripped corner of a piece of paper, sir. No, I don't think it's ripped. It seems more to me like it's stuck in the safe. Hey, you're right. It won't budge an inch, not even when I tug on it. But I don't think I've ever seen paper stuck on the inside of a safe before. Detective, I think you have it backwards. It's not the paper that's strange. It's the safe. What do you mean? What I mean is that the secret to the safe is that it has 2 compartments. It's completely evident. Back here. It has 2 compartments? Even just eyeballing it, you can see that the inside is a bit too shallow. Furthermore, with the unnatural way the paper is stuck at the back of the safe, I'd say that there is an extra bit of space behind the back wall of the safe. In other words, the safe has a second compartment. What? Suppose that you are correct in asserting that the paper is stuck in an unnatural manner. However, what if you say is correct? If what you say is correct, Jesus, I can't. There is a second compartment. How do we go about opening the door to it then? As you can see, there is no other lock or keyhole in sight. Actually, there is one more spot of interest to me at this safe. Oh? Yes, I believe that spot is the keyhole to our mystery second lock. The safe and its locks. Alright then, you are so sure of yourself, show me how you deduced your answer. Hey, there's a hole here, sir. A little too oddly shaped for a latch hole. Wow, that's a funny shape for a latch hole, huh? It's shaped kinda star, don't you think, sir? Detective, I would hardly call it that shape a star. There must be some reason for this hole. Well, there's gotta be some reason why this hole is shaped so weirdly, don't you? Am I overthinking this? I don't think so. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Nah, there's no way I could ever do that. Oh, Detective Gumshoe, could you please be quiet for a second? You're frightening me. Oh. Yes, hello, Zaitama. Hello. Spot somehow, yes. Yes. This. Does the shape of this keyhole remind you of something, Francisca? Shape? It does look very familiar. However, I believe it's simply a latch hole for the safe lock mechanism. It's just for keeping the door shut, nothing more.
Hold it!
That's so. The person who used this safe, Mr. Cochin, made sure the safe had 2 compartments in order to hide something. You honestly think someone like that would allow the keyhole to the hidden half to look so obviously like a keyhole that even the average person could figure it out? You can't be serious. Are you saying that this hole is the keyhole to the hidden compartment of the safe? That's precisely what I'm saying. And I will prove to you right now that the Atkarasu is the key that will open it. The Atkarasu's key? How's Edgeworth? This had better be a very bad joke. Sorry, but this is no joke. The Atkarasu's key is the very key that will open the second compartment of the safe. We know that this key opens the first compartment of the safe, but the keyhole you're talking about is of an entirely different shape than that of the key. You gotta flip it, silly. We discovered the trick 7 years ago, and with it, we were able to corner Miss Yu. But who would have thought that I'd see this key again after all this time? Oh god, don't point that at me. Jesus, let's go over this again, shall we? The Atakarasu's key was originally made to open Mr. Cochin's safe in the Kodopian embassy. I confirmed that as a fact by opening the door to his safe with it. Now let's take a look at the back end of the key. Looking at the knife portion head, what do you see? What are you talking about? Ah! It appears that you've come to understand what I'm talking about. When viewed head-on, the knife's blade is exactly the same shape as the keyhole. The real function of the knife portion is to act as the key to the hidden portion of the safe. But that's preposterous, because it looks like a knife and was used like one to kill Mr. Faraday 7 years ago. I fell under the misconception that it was always meant to be a knife. But for both the safe and its key to conceal such clever tricks, whatever is hidden inside the secret section must be of incredible importance. And it's even possible that what I've been searching for is inside. Scruffy, hurry up and open that safe. Eek! Yes, sir. Opening it now, sir. Whoa, got some fun stuff in here. These items, they're a bunch of funny shaped things. I guess they're pieces of art, huh? You're in the way. Now move, Scruffy. Didn't think I was in the way. These pieces of art. They're identical to the ones that have been stolen from the various countries around the world. Uh-oh. I figured as much. These are the treasures these are the treasures this section of the safe was to hide from view. I believe a more thorough examination is required. Uh-oh. These are pieces of stolen art from around the world. I wonder how much they're worth, especially this one. Ink! Ruffy, touch those valuable pieces of art with your filthy hands. Why, you have any idea what would happen to you if one of them were to break? Is it just me, or did she hit one of the pieces of art just now? Piece of paper. This is the document that we thought was stuck earlier. I wonder what it's about. Beats me, sir. Why don't we take a look at it first before we give up, detective? Mr. Cochin's name is written here on the last page. I wonder what the significance of this document is. To build this sort of trick into one safe is really something. Yeah, it's neat how the safe has 2 compartments, but what's really impressive is that at the other end of the key was another key. I totally hadn't noticed. I wonder if Mr. Cochin was just paranoid or if he had secrets of that great of a value. Speaking of paranoid, I would sharpen both ends of my pencil. But then when I went to erase something, I got paranoid that I was going to stab myself. Please refrain from dispensing your special brand of unrelated stories while on duty. Leave him alone. Yes, sir. Leave him alone. Leave Gumshoe alone. It appears that we have found the key that the Atakarasu, no, Miss Yu stole 7 years ago. Since it was originally from this embassy, maybe she came back to return it? I don't think she's the type to be so kind as to do such a thing, Detective. Okay, then what do you think, sir? Listo Yu, for what reason did she steal the key? What reason indeed? Justice for Gumshoe, I know. Okay. The design of the knife's handle. It greatly resembles the special Bahalese species of butterfly. It does, doesn't it? Plus, it says right here, this knife is property of the Republic of Bala. Perhaps this means that the knife used in the crime was found right in this room. Yes. Kind of figured. Leave my boy alone. He's a little dumb, but he's got the spirit, exactly. I guess these two go together? Okay. To steal your dirtiest secret. Is it possible that the dirty secret the Yatakarasu was out to steal is in this very room? Dirty secret? Francisca, you're in pursuit of some dirty, underhanded dealings yourself, are you not? Something tells me that this is no coincidence. In that case then, the person I'm looking for is here in the Balinese embassy, huh? The head of the smuggling operation. I just might need to ask Francisca about her smuggling case in more depth. Okay. Now we've unlocked. I know. Twitch did not like that. Francisca, when we last talked, you said that you were on the trail of a smuggling ring. I suppose the reason you are here right now is related to that. Yes. After analyzing the intel we've gathered from various countries, this embassy rose to the top of our list of sites to investigate. This is what tipped us off. This accounting document? It's only one page of the whole thing, so we're not sure about all the details. But it's enough for us to grab onto the tail of the beast. For you see, this type of paper was made only in Principality of Coopia, which means that somewhere in the countries of Alabast and Bahal is the head. The one pulling the strings behind the entire smuggling ring. That's Francisca for you. She's amazing, pursuing this case with all she's had. Din Din is done. What do you make for Din Din? Did you make a note? Yeah, they did say accounting document. Does it look familiar? Can you read this, Prez? We were able to finally obtain this proof of the smuggling operation through the Interpol. So remember to take extra care when handling it, my subordinate. She's enjoying the power trip of calling me her subordinate just a tad too much. Mister, got some things to present to you. What's this all about? Oh, you have nothing to say. Notice anything? Can't believe there's a secret door inside the safe. Guess the stuff inside must be really, really important. Yes, they appear to be quite important. The little figures and stuff. I wonder how much those are worth. Knowing that they are stolen merchandise, I would say they are probably priceless. Their value is probably worth more than what you could ever hope to make in your lifetime. What? You're kidding, right, sir? I mean, they're so small. Well, we're talking about purchasing it with your salary, detective, so... Okay, then I guess those pieces of paper must be pretty valuable too, right? Yes, I assume so. I'm actually quite curious about them. Even if they are not physically worth much, great care was taken to hide them, which means they must be very important documents to someone. I wonder if the papers in the safe might be related to other document. Not mean to click on her. I know the language you only made enough for Uno? What the heck? Very rude. Take a good look at these documents, Francisca. It says that there are 3 pages in total, and yet there are only 2 here. Correct. Now take a look at the smuggling activity document in your possession. Tell me, is it not possible that your page was taken from this set of 3? Well, well. It certainly looks that way. By putting your multi-part puzzle together, we seem to have arrived at an answer. It seems that you have now found what you were looking for. Yes, and with this, it has become crystal clear that Mr. Cochin himself was responsible for this mass smuggling of the Balinese ink. Balinese ink? Balinese ink is a special product of the Republic of Bala. However, due to a special reason, only a limited volume is ever exported. And that reason is? That's classified. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. In any case, it seems that the head of the smuggling ring was our victim, Mr. Manny Cochin. His base was in an embassy, thus it was hard for both our country and his to interfere, making it the ideal condition under which to run a smuggling operation. Ugh. But it's so frustrating. I lost the person I was to rain judgment down upon with my whip of justice. Well, even if he is dead, we still have a responsibility to look into his misdeeds. You expect me to whip a dead man? Well, I'm not interested. Francisca, you must know that Manny Cochin was the suspect in the KGA incident. Of course I know. On top of being the head of the smuggling ring, there is the matter of what really happened in that case that needs to be resolved. Nice. Are you done investigating? You realize now, don't you, that this girl is the only one it could be. Now come along quietly, Yatakarasu K. Farade. You are under arrest for the murder of Manny Cochin. Mr. Edgeworth, please, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. I chased the fake Yatakarasu in here. And he was already... You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I'd like to help you reduce the number of mistaken arrests Interpol makes. What is that supposed to mean? I believe I told you that Kay Farade is not the culprit of this crime. Very well. I suppose I have no choice. I'll show you just how foolish your claims are. Okay. Oops. It is getting late and I should probably end and go to bed. So yeah. We're gonna spank Automod. But I think we'll pause here. We'll listen to Jesus Christ. Sorry. Controller. So you can fire. I wasn't slamming it. I wasn't. Let's see. Who can we raid? Got Kirby Air Rider. Oh god. Lochna's playing some forest. Patch is back to playing Twilight Princess. Do I have VGen? No. I think you need like a, what do you call it? You need like a code or something to get a VGen, I think. You need to get like permission. Like I think it's a referral thing, so like somebody that has a V8 gen has to give you a code. I forget how it works. So it would be near impossible. I think it's like a smart thing to have. I feel like I will never have the chance to get a V-Gen. Yeah, he is on the last temple. Or do we raid someone different? We haven't raided in a long time. No, I don't feel like it. We'll just raid Patch. I like Zelda. You guys know I'm easily entertained by Zelda. Raid German. He's not even live. He's not live. Let's watch Zelda. I like Zelda. Crag 807. Alright. I will see you guys. We could stage a protest? No. But I'll see you guys possibly. I think I'm gonna stream Saturday. I think. I don't know yet. But if I do. Oh, wait, I'm being raided. I'm being raided. Hi, Gutter. We're about to. Hold on, I'll pause. I'll pause to say hello. How is Yu-Gi-Oh? How are you? How is stream? This is awkward. Stream extension, sure. We were solving cases. We didn't get too far, but we're in the last case of this game. This game was freaking long though. Holy crap. I mean, I know Ace Attorney games are really long, but like Jesus. It was good, lots of winning. Good. No. Time to go back to reading. My mouth hurts. My mouth hurts. The last case is a doozy. Oh boy. Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh no. It's gonna be another like 5 streams, guys. Okay. Okay. It's no great Ace Attorney. That's for sure. Why she says. What are these on these days? Yeah. Yeah, they're long. Listen, I would replay through the Great Ace Attorney. You guys know. I love Sherlock. I will do anything for him. I would replay for him. You know how, oh my god. I'm still thinking about when I'm still very happy that I was able to get cosplayers, Sherlock cosplayers, to pose with my little Sherlock at MagFest. I was so happy about that. I was kicking my feet, guys. I was kicking my feet. Sherlock is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Yeah. I was not expecting, so I don't know, Gutter, if you know, but the MagFest, I went to MagFest, and this year the theme was Mega Man X. And I went with some friends and stuff, and I was not I mean, I expected Capcom cosplayers, but I was not expecting any Sherlock cosplayers, so I was very happy when I saw some. I know Too Cute was there. I know. Too Cute was I did not. I know he was there, but I did not see him, no. You want to go? It was very fun. I spent too much money. I spent too much money, but it was worth it. I was a dead dude? A dead dude? Were you one of the victims? Were you like one of the murdered cases? One of the murdered from Ace Attorney? Take me with you. The guy in the yeah, that was Too Cute. Yeah, the guy that was laying down in the picture. Yeah, that was 100% Too Cute. I know what you're talking about. That was a Gumshoe cosplayer, I think. Yeah. Yeah, my friend had been to MagFest previously, so he was telling me about it. Which, I mean, I knew I've heard of it, but he was like, oh, your first one, you can go to your first one and it will be Mega Man theme. And I'm like, that's so fitting. It's so fitting because I love Mega Man, but it was Mega Man X specifically, but you know, that's fine. I played Mega Man X. It's okay, it counts. Kinda. So. Me a liar? What do you mean? I played it. I actually have. I do like Star Force more, but it doesn't matter. I know Mega Man. Yeah, I know him personally. I know him. I met him IRL. I shook his hand. I did not see a single Vile cosplayer though, which I was absolutely devastated. I brought my little Vile with me in hopes that I would, you know, see a Vile cosplayer and then I can show him my little son, but no. I still can't I'm sorry. I didn't go. I'm not a concert person, okay? You have to understand. My twin went. That counts, okay? My twin went for me, okay? My twin went in spirit. I was there, okay? Oh yeah, I've been to Hollow Matsuri. That's also they changed the location that they have it though, so I don't know what it's like at the new location, to be honest with you, but I have friends that live in Florida, so I think they went to the one, I'm pretty sure they went to the one this year. Or in 2025, I mean, I think he did. I don't know, actually. It was always in Orlando. They just changed, like, the where they held the venue. Yeah, it's at a different, yeah, it's at it's at a different convention center. It's not at the Holiday Matsuri. Or I don't know what the actual name of the hotel is called, but I just always was just like, it's not at the Holiday Matsuri, like where it used to be. LA Con. Too cute for LA Con. Oh my god. Yeah, I think the only cons I've been to was Anime Next, which is up in North Jersey. Holiday Matsuri. I was at another one that was in Pennsylvania, I forget. I forget the name of the con. No, oh, I've been to too many games. That's the other one. I was like, what the hell? Well, I mean, that's not the one I was thinking of, but I've been to too many games, of course. That's where I met Mario's voice actor, and I got him to sign something. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, too many games in PA, yep. There's another con that I went to in PA, but I just couldn't think of the name. Yeah, I think a gaming convention is much more up my alley than, like, an anime one. Like, yeah, I watch some anime, but I just think that video games was more up my alley. So, CragCon, dear lord. Retro World. Yeah. Okay. Let's actually do the raid this time. Let's actually do the raid, though. I haven't been to a con in a minute. They're expensive. Not gonna lie, they're kind of expensive. So it's like, kind of like, I think like if I had to pick an annual one, like I think MagFest would be the annual one for me. Cause like, I didn't know what to expect going into it. And I was like, oh no, this is like a con that's more up my alley, I think. I love that. I just realized that this entire time the background of the game is just a building on fire. Poor Miles. You cannot just walk into MagFest. You just happen to go on the last day. You just happen to go on the last day. Last couple you went to is play Street Fighter. Definitely want to go next year. Yeah, I definitely recommend. I recommend. Yeah, that's nice. It's nice if you can get to a con that's like, you know, relatively close, you know? You burned my house to the ground! Anyway, thank you, Gutter, for the raid. Sorry that you raided right as I was ending, but no worries. I think I'll stream Saturday. I think we'll probably maybe play more of this, or if my mouth is tired, then we'll just, I don't know. We'll do something. We'll figure it out. But yeah, have a good night. Enjoy Patch playing the last dungeon of Twilight Princess. We get to watch a cool Ganondorf fight. I'm assuming he's gonna finish it, so. Bye-bye!